Hi, welcome to our show.
Well, hi, everybody.
Coming to you somewhat live and semi-weekly from the Quad M World headquarters located in Helena, scenic North Valley. It's the Quad M Show. Here are your hosts, TJ and Jason.
And yes, after a week off, a little absentia.
Indeed.
We're back in, kicking her into high gear. That's okay. We've been doing this long enough. We can take those Johnny Carson like breaks when we want to.
Yeah, who gonna get in trouble with?
The tens and tens of listeners that are out there, each and every one of them.
Each dozen of you, we say, yeah, sure, we apologize. No, we don't. Fuck off.
To all of you, you know better. You know better than to set the expectations too damn high. But we always do want to give out the love to those folks. So thank you for stopping by, checking us out, especially folks here in the Helena area, the home office in Helena, Montana, McAllister, Oklahoma, Fort McNeil, Kentucky, Wichita, Kansas, Ashburn, Virginia, Chicago, Illinois, Salt Lake City, Utah, Columbus, Ohio, New York, Alameda, California, Clifton, New Jersey, as well as Laguna Niguel, California. Hakuna Matata, California. Thank you for swinging by.
Hakuna Matata. I don't know, man.
That's up in the Wales Vagina Hills, from what I hear.
One line King reference a year, that's kind of pushing it, man.
Well, that's been a couple.
We went over this.
Since the Black Panther movie came out, I've been pretty good about that. Speaking of Wakanda, thank you to our fine foreign fans that continuously check us out, especially you folks there in the Philippines. Hey, Joyce
And Claire.
France, Macedonia, the former Yugoslav Republic.
Istanbul is Constantinople.
And Yugoslavia's most Macedonia. Yeah. As well as India and Germany. And I know who that India one was, because they were trying to pull a fast one on me.
There's a German guy. I hope he's one of our German watchers.
There's several.
Yorgi Sparv. This guy is a fucking... he makes like swing shots and bows and arrows and all this like non-gun weaponry that just off the fucking wall. And it's
off the rails.
It is, dude. Let me show you its features. And yeah, he's pretty excited about showing the features of these fucking things, man. He's pretty cool.
Now it is time to kill.
If I would slip him in as my pick of the week, I would, but I already got one picked out.
And what was his name again?
Like Yorgi Sparv. This is the Slingshot channel. Not hard to find on the YouTube.
Just Slingshot channel, and boom, there he is.
Yeah.
I still think my favorite just German name is Udo Dirkschneider.
Udo Dirkschneider.
Yeah.
That's the guy that killed his wife, isn't it?
No, that was the lead singer from Accept.
Okay.
You get your balls to the wall. Everyone thought it was AC/DC, but it was a band called Accept.
Did you remember Scorpions?
Yes.
I saw those guys in concert a couple times and whatnot. Those guys could like sing their songs in English, but like they tried to do TV interviews. You're like, their accent was so thick, and like it was barely understandable. It was funny.
Rock you like a hurricane. Hello, Dieter Kleinschmitten. Uns das geflasht, da ist eine Flagte. Schnackte, Magte. Winds of change. Yeah, it's like when we're kids.
The Winds of Change is a very powerful song, dude.
Oh, sure.
You point some speakers at an empty gopher field and play Winds of Change. or simply
empty gopher field.
Or simply just whistle Winds of Change.
And they just start poking up. And the sky fills with red mist. It's a powerful song.
It has been used and proven many, many times.
Thank you, Hans Kleinmachen. I don't even. I could not name one band member from the Scorpions.
Nope.
But I can name a band member from Accept.
And I can name a German YouTube channel.
Udo Dirkschneider.
Dirkschneider.
Oh, but yeah. So later on, if you tuned in for the quality interview that we are going to have, not like it was pre-recorded or anything, with Nikole Mitchell. Waka Chica Mitchell. She will appear on this fine show during segment 2 during those hot takes. So stick around for that. Or since you're listening to a podcast, click ahead, whatever. We won't know any better.
We're not bragging, but it's a humble brag. We got her before Jimmy Kimmel. Technically we did. Okay. Yeah.
And that UK morning, this morning was the name of that show.
We got her before that. And what else?
The New York Post got her first.
Well, yeah, that's where the story came from.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it. Yeah.
Well, that was Pink News. Was the one was the link you forwarded to me.
But then because that's the one that was posted on the Reddit. But then on Pink News they linked to the New York Times
that was my
article.
knee jerk reaction.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it wasn't. Hot pastor turned bisexual queer stripper / life coach. It was, dude, what the fuck are you doing reading Pink News?
I know, man.
Don't mind me. I just, I am who I am.
I don't know, man. If you cite your sources, you got to face the fucking ridicule.
But anyways, so the interview with Nikole Mitchell, we will have that here in the next segment. But until then, let's go ahead and do what we always like to do. Jason, good sir. How was your week?
How's my week? My week has been calm and relaxing.
Yeah?
Yeah. Taking some time off to heal again. I'm fucked up. So, yeah, been going to the doctors and stuff. I tried to do an MRI yesterday.
Hair past a freckle.
Yeah, it was yesterday. And they flopped me down on that hard plastic thing and then shoved me in that tube. And my back was like, hey, guess what we're going to do right now? Spaz! And I'm like, the guy's like, hold still. I'm like, dude.
You're in there like, Rayman, get me out.
Pretty much, I literally tapped out. I was like, tap. And we can't do this right now. We might have to try again later or something. I don't know.
Do you have some ointment or some sort of liniment or salve?
Right. I was all ready to be like, I can handle the tube and stuff and whatnot, but then oh well, we'll figure something out. I don't know.
I think I kind of made reference to it, but did they tell you when they prepped you for it and they were telling you, okay, here's how it works and all that? Did they tell you to stay perfectly still?
The when I made my appointment and stuff, the only thing I was told was to wear a mask. So I was like, okay. And they didn't tell me I couldn't what I shouldn't, if I could eat or drink or whatever before all the thing,
Right.
Certain I've never had an MRI. Medical procedures have certain rules and stuff. Some you can just be whatever, go in.
Fast for 12 hours, no
some
dark
of them,
liquids.
Yeah, and then some are just come on in and whatever, So they didn't tell me anything. So I got on the fucking gargoyle and started looking shit up and whatnot. So, I mean, I knew what I was going into. I didn't just walk through the door and be like, oh, what are you guys going to do to me in here?
No. Hold on. Where the fuck are you, pal?
Hey, what's going on this side?
Yeah, okay. So, yeah.
Well, because I remember my experience with an MRI when there was the possibility that my eyesight issues may have been due to a brain tumor.
Okay.
The doctors just wanted to check.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we were roommates at the time that I went to Portland, the OSHU.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, that was the time frame. You and I were still roommates at the time. And I had gone up to Great Falls to have the MRI done. And like I said, I had no basis of reference, and Google, while it may have been a thing, it wasn't the thing. So I wasn't really,
Right.
looking it up. So it was there. They told me, they kind of gave me the rundown as to what was going on. And they're like, "Are you claustrophobic?" I'm like, "No." Okay, because you got these, huge, giant fucking discs that probably weigh about 6 tons. One on the floor and then one up top. And they got the little thing that they'll slide you in. So if you're worried about like something getting unhinged and you getting squashed like an ant, MRI is not for you.
Nope. It is. Yeah.
And so they were
in my research. I was like, look, they had an MRI machine running without the cover on it. And yeah, it's this big multi-ton ring full of fucking magnets and shit like that. And it's spinning like hundreds and hundreds of RPMs all around you. If that thing breaks loose, you're just like...
You're dead.
Yeah.
You're done. You're done.
You're a squishy axle for a few microseconds.
Yeah. Make whatever piece you need to before you go into this thing. And because they were doing the MRI of the head, they put like the fucking cage on me, around my head to keep it from moving and all that type of stuff. And I had earplugs and then soundproof headphones over the top. And I'm like, what the hell is all this for? It's like, this is going to be loud. So even having this stuff on, you're still going to be hearing what sounds like a washing machine getting ready to kick off. Okay, cool. And then they proceed to inject me with the radioactive dye, so that way it could get that magnetic resonance that it needs so bad. And really the only damage it did there was made my pee glow for about 2 days while that shit filters out of your system. I don't know. Did they inject you with that at all?
No.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I asked about that because I was like, wear a mask. And I was like, okay. So I did the Googling, like I said. And they don't have to really do that anymore. They've got, from what I understand, the machines are better.
More better. The technology has improved.
But it might be different for like the brain, because you had it done on your brain. I was just getting like my spine.
Sure. Yeah. So, that makes sense. It could vary depending on the area.
I know they because who was it? I know a family member had to have an MRI, and it was way back when you had to go to Great Falls. There was none here in Helen.
Right.
And now it's behind the fucking car wash.
Come on down to Dave's Magnetic Resonance Imaging.
Rod's Dogs and MRIs.
Get your dry cleaning done while you wait.
Pretty much, yeah. It's across the street from the Goodwill. So
come on down to Cletus's Wings and MRIs.
Oh, shit.
But and then the final thing, of course, I had to take off all, metal objects for obvious reasons. And then the final thing was, okay, so this should take about 45 minutes. Just don't move. Okay. Cool. All right. Whatever. Just stay perfectly still the entire time. We'll be done in 45 minutes. Great. So slide me in, and 45 minutes turned into like an hour and a half. And I came on and I was like, yeah, it wasn't 45 minutes. And they're like, you moved. And apparently, because like I said, I thought I was perfectly still the entire time. But apparently, just even one little wiggle, turns the whole shitting match, Which here again, for like, say, an arm or a leg or body part, probably going to be a little bit easier. But the head, that's,
right.
That's going to be a little more difficult. So, it was what it was. But it was really surreal after the fact to see the magnetic imaging afterwards, especially when it's your brain.
That would be kind of creepy.
Because they showed me from like the very dead center of the imaging, and they showed how it expanded out, and all of a sudden here I am seeing my fucking brain and spinal cord and the eyes coming up. I'm like, oh my God, dude, that's
my
like
guts.
That is like fucking surreal, dude. To see your brain and eyeballs staring right back at you. That's some freak show shit right there, dude.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so the MRI didn't work out.
Nope, it didn't. It didn't. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know. Got to figure it out.
Nah.
Hunting season's coming up, and my rifle is at my weight limit.
For carrying?
Yeah. You got to carry more than a rifle. Yeah, you got to at least need a fucking candy bar and something. I don't know, man.
You can't get yourself one of them little rolling totes.
I got a different hunting pack. Been trying out the past couple years. And it is more, it's a hunting pack, kind of like a fanny pack, but it's got a shoulder harness. So it's more like an H harness from a military type of standpoint.
Okay, right.
Or like a fanny pack with suspender straps, if you want to get simplified. Okay. So instead of like the weight being all on like a lower back, you're basically carrying it on your shoulders and on your hips.
Yeah, it's just evenly dispersed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it works out really fucking good, actually. I've been digging it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can put everything on there. Like I keep my 9mm just strapped to that.
Okay.
Okay. And then I have a knife strapped to that. So when I take that off, I take off that's holding everything that's heavy. It's the knife, the gun, the ammo, my pack, my whatever gear is in there, jacket, fucking water, lunch, that shit.
Right.
So yeah. And then I can take that off, and that is all the weight takes off, plop it there on the ground. Yeah.
And then,
yeah.
Well, that's all right. That's not too shabby. Oh boy, let's see what happened. What happened in my week? Let's see. Oh yeah, I had a fucking COVID test done.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. Shit that could have been avoided. Now off air, I told you the full gory story on this. So I made a very clear point that I would try to edit it down and simplify it so that way no feelings get hurt, no fingers are pointed, just stating what it was. But I'll preface this by saying that sometimes
and I'll preface by saying I'll preface the preface by saying it's still going to be a long story anyway.
Well, of course it is.
TJ's telling it.
This is a podcast. This is a talkie show.
Talkie.
How exactly? The hell kind of entertainment?
I'm here to give you shit.
The hell kind of entertainment is someone going to have driving in their car? And they're like, boy, God damn, that Jason Vickers show just went 5 minutes. Well,
Yep.
this, and this. Bye.
Yeah, maybe, huh?
As opposed, but boy, goddamn, that TJ, you get your bang for your buck. It's a free show and worth every goddamn penny.
Maybe I will start my own podcast with blackjack and hookers.
Blackjack and hookers.
Like 3 minutes. Some shit happened this week.
Some shit happened this week and I watched a YouTube video. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, fuck off.
But, yeah, so anyways, preface the whole goddamn thing by saying sometimes the immaturity and irresponsibility of people can be amazing and astounding.
It is.
And when especially something like the COVID, that if you're on the, first off, the way they've politicized this fucking thing is ridiculous.
It is, dude. It is.
If you're on the far left, it's the fucking end of the world. It's Armageddon. And you can't, they're the idiots that drive in their cars by themselves with their masks on because they're so fucking off the chute there. And then you got the ones that are on the far right that are like, well, you're infringing our rights as human beings, telling us to wear a mask. If we wear a mask, that means we're bowing down to the corporate masters. Fuck y'all. Live free or die. And so then all of a sudden you have large gatherings because they're fucking morons. And they spread the shit further. They spread the shit. So,
Right. And it's all just, it's getting ridiculous. What I'm tired of is people outright denying that there's a worldwide fucking pandemic going on. We're here in the fucking hillbilly parts of Montana and we get it pretty mild. But right now, I've got family that's going through it and been through it and shit. It's fucking real. Get over it. Put your fucking mask on and fucking
just quit politicizing it. Don't be stupid. That's the
COVID
key.
isn't Democrat. COVID isn't Republican. It's not liberal. It's not Jewish. It's not Christian. It's not Muslim. It's a worldwide pandemic. And we thought in 1918, when the fucking flu was going around, people got their shit together. They wore masks and they got it under control. And they were a little bit more persuasive back then about.
Or I'll shoot you.
They were they were a little bit more persuasive back then of making people adhere to the ordinances and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, there is absolutely no fucking repercussions at all for not wearing a mask for anything.
No, none.
Okay, you can walk in. They won't even ask you to leave the fucking store that they require you to wear a face mask into.
Yeah. Because you're infringing upon our rights.
What is the point of? Oh, and if people would just fucking put a fucking mask on and obey a little bit, this would have gotten under control eons ago. And I'm just tired of it, dude. Right now it's fucking scary, and I'm tired of it.
Yeah, and when it came to the irresponsibility part of this, and this is where I got pissed. I got really fucking heated and pissed off because there was a discussion amongst a group of people, and it had come out that there had been a COVID scare at a local restaurant, and one of the group decided to just kind of play it off as like, yeah, I know, but it's a long story, and I called her out because we knew there was a handful of us that knew what the fucking real story was. Because it had been discussed in a sideways conversation like a week prior. And that's where I started. And that's where I got fucking hot. I was pissed. Because my immediate fucking knee-jerk reaction was calling her out on that. Like, no, it ain't a fucking long story. Here's the goddamn story. Which led to my second fucking question. Who was exposed? And what danger are we in? Because, once again, maturity and responsibility ends up telling you that it's not just this little group that's being affected. It's the family members that this group goes home to.
Yeah.
It's the incidental contacts that this group has, like, say if someone goes to fucking bowling league every Wednesday, or does trivia every Tuesday night, or does a podcast with two of his friends who are going to take that shit back to their families.
Right.
There's more than just this one person fucking involved. And to not come clean immediately and say, I could be at risk. I'm going to get tested. I won't be I'm not going to be present amongst the group for some time. That's great. Okay, fine. And then play the game for it. But when you have potentially knowingly put everybody at risk, that's when I'm going to get pissed. Because
Precisely.
I have underlying health issues. I have asthma.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm a moron because I'm an asthma that smokes, which kind of doubles the risk on everything. But the fact of the matter is, I have asthma. I help take care of my 70-year-old mother who has fucking asthma. The risks are that much higher for the COVID with those underlying, and it's not as bad as like some people have, way higher fucking risks and to get hit. I realize there's always a bigger fish and someone has, it's going to be worse for somebody, right? So it's not on that end. But so immediately that next day, I went looking to go get tested to see what availability was there, how long it was going to take, blah, blah, blah. So the first thing I found out, everyone's like, well, Walgreens does it for free. Okay, so let's see what Walgreens has to offer. First thing they say is, well, we're booked out until Thursday. Okay, well, you're getting what you pay for. All right. And start putting the info, and then it asks for my insurance info. Okay. And I go through their little drop-down scrolly deal. My insurance ain't even on that fucking thing.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, well, then I guess I'm just going to put no. And then somehow, magically, it then says, oh, sorry, we're having issues. Try us again later. I'm like, fuck you guys. You don't have insurance, so now I get a 404 error? Fuck you, you pricks. So then I called my employer, has a deal to go through. So I went through them, and they gave me the initial cursory phone interview about it. They said, okay, well, we do see where you are at risk for this, and da-da-da, and want to make sure. So we will go ahead and we will set you up for a phone examination. And I'm like, how the fuck do you examine COVID over the phone? But okay. And then they will set everything up from there. I'm like, all right, cool, fine, whatever. So then they give me the call. And basically it's the same fucking call that I just had. Just so we could pay some middlemen to be like, okay, so now I have been vetted twice. The second one that I spoke with, they were the ones that said, okay, well, we've gone ahead. We put in the order for you to get the COVID test. To which I say, okay. And how long will it take to process so I can go and get the test done and all that? They're like, no, we put it in. You can go right now. I'm like, well, fucking shit howdy. So I says, okay. And I got in my car and I, left work, told them what was going on, which they already knew because I fucking made the first thing I fucking did was told, the two supervisors, my immediate and the one ahead of them, here's what's going on. I'm fucking pissed and I'm going to go get tested. So they knew well in advance what was going on. So then pull up to the hospital. And they have the segregated COVID testing parking, all kind of mapped out with about a series of like 8 or 9 sandwich boards. And on this sandwich board is a number for you to call to let them know that you have arrived. They have the order in, and then I get vetted a third time. And I kind of felt bad for this gal that works at the hospital having to take these calls because you figure she's at 9 tests a day. She's probably already taken this phone call like 1,000 times by now.
Right.
At the rate that she goes. And she's like, hello, welcome to the hospital. Is this for COVID testing? To which I said, yes, it is. Yes, my name is TJ Dan, and I host the Quad M Show podcast, and and here's what you need. Okay, so do you think you have it? And I'm like, I don't know. That's your job to tell me. Have you been exposed? Potentially. Oh, all right. Tech will be out there shortly. I'm like, wow, thanks, Eeyore. Have a great day. Thanks for calling. So then I'm in the fucking hospital's parking lot for 45 minutes while I'm waiting for the fucking tech to come out. And it's, stereotypical white coat lab with the face mask and the kitchen staff head sack, whatever, hairnet. It's not a hairnet, but whatever the plastic cover is called.
Oh, yeah. We were up by, what was it? It's kind of across the street from the old Albertsons. There's a medical place there, Wind Care or something like that. I don't. And we went by there, and they had like for COVID testing, like cars like wrapped around the block. And,
oh sure.
Yeah, and there's those tech guys out there with their fucking biohazard suits on,
with their little their Costco. I'm gonna hand you a hot dog hair net, whatever.
Oh yeah, they were all covered in like everything.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Running around on cars.
So the cow comes up to my car, and I figured the whole 6-foot rule would be in effect, but no. She came to the driver's side window. Okay, fine, whatever. She hands me a Kleenex and says, please blow your nose. To which I do. Then I hand her the Kleenex. She's like, dear God, no.
Oh, good for you.
I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, you
God
did.
damn it.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Ruined your own joke. That was awesome.
How about
Ruining the joke is always funnier than your actual joke sometimes with your buttons.
It really is. How about I hand her to the Kleenex and it was, there we go. Thank you, Florida. So I'm like, oh God, no. I was like, I'm sorry. I thought you wanted the sample. I apologize. And I was legitimate. I thought she wanted the fucking sample. So then she takes the huge fucking, foot-long Q-tip and says, okay, now I'm going to swab. And at this point, this is when I'm worried because everything I had heard so far was it was the goddamn brain tickler where they fucking shove this thing clear up there until they get some brain matter.
Yeah. They got to dig it way back in there to put the chip in. Get your Bill Gates chip.
Well, apparently after that Kleenex incident, they don't want the chip in me because all they did was just a quick little swirly do in both of the nostrils and called it good. And then before I could even say what the fuck, she handed me the letter, this form letter, and says, "Okay, you'll get your test back in 2 to 3 days. You are now quarantined." And she was already fucking halfway down the goddamn block before I could say, "Wait, what the fuck? Quarantine? What?" Which, don't get me wrong, I understand, because if you don't know, you're waiting for the test to come back. The last thing you need to be is the one out there spreading the shit willy nilly.
Yeah.
So I was cool with that. And so then this past Thursday morning, like almost first thing immediately, and I say that going in, I was 95% sure that I didn't have it. But I hear enough of the stories and the tales of asymptomatic people that are like, yeah, I've got the COVID, but I've had none of the symptoms. So I just wanted to make sure that 5% of uncertainty became certainty. And so that Thursday morning, I got the call back, and they said, "Can I speak with TJ Damon?" And I says, "Yes, I can." Or, "Yes, you can. I can all the time." And she says, "Okay, well, we've got good news. The test came back negative." So I says, "I am COVID-free." They said, you, sir, are COVID-free. And to which I say, "Thank you very much." So at that point, went in and made sure everyone, at work knew that, clean bill of health, we're all good to go, because where I'm at, if one person had it, everybody gonna have it. That's, you're in a closed area like that. That's just gonna fucking be what it be. But yeah, and I mean, there's still some fucking residual heat on my part for that, for having to even be put in that position to begin with.
Oh yeah, you should be justifiably pissed.
Yeah, because like I said, while there's a lot of things I will be a conspiracy theorist about, COVID is not. I mean, it's a real thing. It's fucking out there, people, and just don't be stupid, and really don't be so fucking selfish or live in some sort of, like fear of, I can't tell everybody that I've got it or else, accept the fact that, okay, if you've been exposed or you think you've been exposed, make sure the people that are around you know. Go get the fucking test done and make sure. And if you fucking come back positive, just like fucking AIDS or herpes or, any other sort of communicable disease that has that risk, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Be fucking responsible.
Right.
Don't be sitting there fucking hiding shit or playing coy about shit. Be honest, be upfront. Because then that way you won't get so much heat from people like me.
Right.
Because I'll forgive ignorance.
It's the same type of people that fuck a hooker without a condom.
Yeah, exactly. And then wonder how his wife got fucking herpetogonosyphilis.
Right.
You whore!
Yeah. And your kids call you dick snot.
Because, like I said, at the end of the day, I'll forgive ignorance. Like, if you didn't know that you had potentially been exposed, there's not a whole lot that can be done. When you don't know that you were around patient zero, what are you going to fucking do?
Right.
But if you know, get your fucking shit in order. That's all I got to say about that.
Right.
Can't really say much more since I tested negative. Yay! COVID-free, the way to be.
Yes. Yes. So here's a question.
Okay.
When or if they release the vaccine, will you get your COVID shot?
Much like purchasing a PlayStation or an Xbox,
Yes.
I'll wait for a while to see.
Wait for user results.
Just to see, wait for that red circle of death, gotta wait for all the bugs and the hitches to get taken out first. And then maybe a year or two after, then we'll go ahead and we'll get the shot there. I don't want to become a flipper baby or anything like that. I'll hold off.
Probably a smart idea.
Mandatory mask wearing, sure. Mandatory vaccine. Now, I'm not no anti-vaxxer, don't get me wrong. Because there's a reason why we haven't had polio, or very isolated cases of measles and mumps, and rubella.
Indeed, yeah.
I'm not an anti-vaxxer by any stretch of the imagination, but when the newfangled deal comes out, and it's not even been a year since the virus was unleashed, and there are still other viruses out there that they've never found the cure for, I'm going to hold off for a little while. Just a little while.
Yeah. It's going to be, I'll tell you what, if or when we do get the vaccine, and it's going to be, if it is done within a year, that would be, that'd be an amazing, like, medical feat right there. Saying that we get it within this year, it works 100% effective. That's like a modern miracle of medicine right there, to come up with the vaccine, or the knowledge to know that you could make a vaccine and then make the vaccine.
Right.
Because we don't have vaccines for fucking everything, and vaccines don't work for everything.
And that's where my question would come into play. How many red flags is that going to raise for all of the other stuff that's out there?
And they do, you get your yearly flu shot, and those are different vaccines every year. So developing a vaccine for this category of virus in a year isn't unheard of at all. It's something that like your flu shot that a lot of people get every year. That's a different set of vaccines every year. Yeah, because
it's a different strain every
Exactly.
year. Yeah.
So, developing a vaccine in a year's time isn't unheard of or unordinary, but for the COVID, it'd be pretty awesome. I'd consider it pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, even that, brings to the point of the fact that the novel coronavirus is the 19th strain of it. I didn't even know there were 18 strains of the novel coronavirus to begin with. That's why it's the coronavirus identification number 19.
No.
Everything I've read on it.
On Facebook, maybe?
Not on Facebook. Fucking CDC, dude.
For the 19th? I thought I could have swore it was for 2019.
Maybe that was it. Maybe it was because it was discovered in 2019. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, I might give that one to you. I'll have to dig a little deeper. Well, we're not doing. We're already 40 fucking minutes into segment. Let's go ahead and
This is going to be a long 2-person show. Holy fuck.
Yeah. And we may have an hour-long interview going on. We don't know how long it's going to take because it's a live interview, right?
Right. Yeah. She's going to be sitting right here.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
Say hi, Nicole.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and take our break here. Then we'll come back with some FGS, a quick hot take, and then an even hotter take in our interview with Nikole Mitchell. It's Quad M. Quad M show, gang. It's Quad M show, gang. Stay tuned.
Have you checked out QuadMProductions.com lately? QuadMProductions.com is your direct access hookup to order the Enigma comic book series and download the Quad M Show podcast. Check the appearances page for upcoming events and contact us with any questions or comments. Don't be the only lonely soul who's missing out on all the fun. Visit us today at QuadMProductions.com. That's QuadMProductions.com. You're listening to the Quad M Show. Segment 2.
All right. Welcome back to this here second segment of the Quad M Show. And we are your hosts. I am TJ.
And Jason.
Welcome back to the show.
And this second segment, as always, is brought to you in part by Mirror Salon and Spa. Now, you guys, for 206 plus episodes, you've you've seen all those pics online, you've seen all those videos online, and you continuously say, God damn, how do I get to look as smooth as them Quad M guys will.
They do. You can hear it from here.
Like echoing through the hills. Julie Andrews swaying to and fro, telling us the fields are alive with the sound of smooth.
With the sound of smooth. It can be yours for only $19.95. Call now.
Oh, the big part's genetics, but even more credit goes to Shauna and all the fine folks over there at Mirror Salon and Spa. Now, you need to get yourself a haircut. You need to get your nails done. You need to get your waxing needs met. All that other type of stuff. You need to shave.
Except your butt.
Except your butt. No anal bleaching.
They don't touch the butt.
Well, I'm sure they'll wax. I'm sure you can get yourself a nice butt cheek wax. No, not on the inside.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to wax your butthole for
just
you.
On the butt cheek.
Might have to call Shauna and ask her. We know you don't bleach, but how about wax?
Will you make an exception for this guy? Any of those stuff you need, you get on over there. Give them a call at 406-60207. Shit. Can't remember the goddamn number now.
Oh, no.
That's all right. 406-603-064. I'll edit it in. I'll
Sure
fix
you
it.
will.
You're right, I won't. Or stop on in. Make your reservation today or stop on in at 2043 North Last Chance Gulch in Helena. Tell them Quad M sent you. Get $5 off any of the services they provide. That is Mirror Salon and Spa.
But for that $5, you got to Google the number yourself. This week.
Like I said, I'll fix it because much like that number read. If they can't make it pretty,
One ugly motherfucker.
just like that number read.
I was joking back to cough. I couldn't.
That's okay. I got you covered. I got your
Nice.
back. I got your back.
But you know who else has your back?
Hey now. Don't be gimmick infringing. We don't support gimmick infringement on this show. You know who else doesn't support gimmick infringement?
Reggie Sanford.
The Reggie Sanford Award for Excellence in Stupidity.
Moron.
You're a moron.
Idiot.
Idiot.
Stoics.
You're always this stupid. Did you take lessons?
The FGS Award for Excellence in Stupidity.
Ah, yes, and we got ourselves a decent one here today. I'll tell you what, good sir.
Okay, I got my gargoyle ready.
Yeah, you know how that Nikole Mitchell that we'll be talking to here in a little bit. You know how she was a former pastor,
Right.
turned stripper. Well, let's go ahead and head over to Louisiana way, shall we?
Okay.
Yeah, where we're going to find that a Louisiana priest was arrested for obscenity last week because he was allegedly caught having sex with two dominatrices on the altar of his church.
You know what? I saw this story and I was like, if this doesn't make the FGS, I'm going to get angry because I didn't even read the body of the story or anything. I read the title and whatnot. And
I'm glad I could bring a smile to your face, good sir. A warmth in your heart and a skip in your step. A witness in Pearl River, which is a city northeast of New Orleans, called police after allegedly viewing Reverend Travis Clark, age 37, through a window engaging with two high-heeled, corseted women. Clark was allegedly partially dressed in his priestly attire. It doesn't.
this is brilliant.
It nowhere in the article says they were pulling rosary out of his ass. I just want to make that clear right now. I want to clear that off the table. No anal bleaching and no rosary anal beads were going on in this tale of woe. Let's see there. The group had allegedly set up stage lighting and appeared to be recording the encounter on a cell phone. The witness said they became suspicious when noticing the lights on the Saints Peter and Paul Roman Catholic Church were on late at night. The alleged incident was recorded by the witness and was showed to police. So, a cell phone recording.
Awesome.
Yeah. 2 dominatrixes. A clerk who has been the pastor at the church since last year was arrested for allegedly having sex in a publicly visible location. The 2 accused women, one Mindy Dixon, age 41, and Melissa Chang, age 23, were also arrested. Dixon is an adult film actress and works as a dominatrix, according to the New Orleans Advocate. Have you found the mugshots of these 3 yet?
Oh, yeah.
That Mindy Taylor, boy, the eyebrows on that is amazing.
Mindy Dixon.
Mindy Dixon.
And Melissa Chang.
Yeah, the Mindy Dixon, those eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The perpetual look of caveman surprise.
We are so doing the hot or not of FGS.
Well, I don't know the way it's standing right now between Mindy Dixon and who I can't remember the name of the porn shop vibrator gal.
Right.
I'm wondering who's taking the lead so far in Ms. Quad M 2020. This is going to be a fun contest. The Ms. Quad M pageant.
Oh yeah. But yeah. There's our priest guy here. Got a good pic of him.
So Mindy, tell me, what would you do to help feed the starving? Yep, yeah, I saw that one. Yeah,
Yep.
I saw that, and it just is his regular, his sleepy-eyed. But I think his mugshot is way better.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. A social media post from Dixon the day before the arrest said she was going to New Orleans to meet another dominatrix and defile a house of God, the newspaper reported. Let's see there. Clark was also the chaplain of a nearby Catholic high school. He was ordained as a priest in 2013. The Archdiocese of New Orleans said it had suspended Clark on the day of the arrest, according to WWL-TV in New Orleans. Clark was released from jail on a $25,000 bond and could face up to 3 years in prison.
Such a fitting story for this week.
Isn't it odd how it just all kind of just gelled together with that?
Yeah. It's almost like you just kind of planned it or something, huh?
I didn't plan it. It came from a higher power.
We're gonna get kicked out of the Mormon church for this episode. I promise you. And the others, but this one too.
But this one even more
too.
so. Let's just say with the shit that I've pulled in my day, if I was going to get struck by lightning, it would have been years ago.
Right.
Although I will say I never did bang 2 dominatrixes in a fucking church. I'll give credit where it's due.
Right. That's imaginative.
Do you think you found them on like fucking Match.com or Zoosk? Or is that some Craigslist shit?
How the fuck would I know? I don't know how to find that. Okay, we both know that the internet works by you find what you look for.
And you're not looking for dominatrixes?
Yes. I don't go looking for dominatrixes I can bone on the pulpit. It's not on my to-do list.
Well, got that one checked off.
Not this week.
Let's see. What do we got?
You think I could afford Mindy? She looks pro.
Well, it does say she works as an adult film actress. I did a quick search. I couldn't find anything that she was in.
Okay.
So I'm assuming there are probably some, like
Instagram hoes.
Backyard wrestling.
Back in a kiddie pool for a baby. All that type of stuff.
As one Jim Cornette, it's not real porn. It's outlaw mud show bullshit porn. Recording it on a cell phone, for God's sakes.
Oh, no.
She probably has her own channel on the Pornhub or something, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Because I know I was going to, back when they were outlawing gun videos on YouTube. That's when I was looking to see, hey, maybe let's go ahead and put the Quad M show on Pornhub and see how that works. And I never did it.
Nothing on Pornhub. There's girls named Mindy.
Of course there is. That's a given.
Not Mindy Dixon.
But not Mindy Dixon, age 41.
Yep.
Who actually had to travel to Pearl Harbor to get arrested, according to news sources.
Good for her.
Oh, I gotta get that sheet again. There we go. So to you, Travis Clark and Mindy Dixon and Melissa Chang, congratulations, you three. You guys are the winners of this week's FGS Award for Excellence in Stupidity.
You dummy!
I'm looking at the girls a little closer here.
Okay.
Like, old Melissa there, she looks regretful and guilty. Mindy is...
It's not her first rodeo.
It's not. No. She's like, obscenity? Really? I got to wear a striped suit for obscenity? Can't I just pay the ticket and get the fuck out of here?
Come on. I got an 8:30 appointment. Let's get this going. God damn it.
I'm picturing like a My Cousin Vinny accent type of thing going on.
The two Utes in question.
The two Utes here, yeah?
What is a Ute?
All right. Good job, ladies.
Oh, geez. Let's go ahead and get into some hot takes.
And sir.
Let's get into some hot takes.
It's not really the ladies' fault. They were getting paid. They were just doing their job.
News and notes from all four corners of the pop culture world.
And the sign gotta stay hot! You gotta stay hot! You gotta stay hot!
It's time for some hot takes.
Just doing their job.
I know.
Who's footing the bill on this one?
Right. He wasn't doing his job. That's not what priests are supposed to do.
Truth be told, I'd rather it be with fucking two dominatrices than fucking two 12-year-old boys.
True.
If I had...
That is the silver lining on the cloud there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Both legal of age consenting adult women. Not the stereotype.
So, the only thing he really, really, truly did wrong was he got caught.
He got caught.
I
think most churches have a basement.
Well,
They wouldn't have seen the lights.
They probably had it going on the pulpit, dude. That's kind of fetishy,
Well, yeah.
I mean, a pastor getting fucking dominated by some girls on the pulpit.
Well,
someone's going to search that on Pornhub. I bet.
If you're posted
not
to
me,
Pornhub,
but somebody will.
Somebody will.
That's not what I look for.
Not me. No, be safe. Some degenerate. Vason Jickers. Yeah, that's who it is. Vason Jickers.
That's a fucking German.
That was the other guy in that. I think that was another member from Accept. Udo Dirkschneider and Vason Jickers.
That's awesome.
Oh, dear Lord in heaven. All right, well, let's go ahead here. For hot takes, we're gone for a week, and 2020 keeps fucking dropping them like goddamn flies, man.
Yeah.
Jesus H. Christ. So we got 4 mid-level fish. Oh, well, let's just say three mid-level and 1 fucking guitar god on the list. So let's go ahead and get through these guys here. So the first one that we had here on September 29th, Helen Reddy, age 78. Didn't give specifics as to how she passed, but she was suffering from Addison's disease and dementia. For all you kids out there who may not be in the know, Helen Reddy was most known for her 1970s song that was kind of the anthem for the next wave of the feminist movement, I Am Woman. Hear me roar. Numbers too big to ignore. But for me, I knew Helen Reddy mostly for as the leading gal in the classic Disney movie Pete's Dragon.
Oh, okay.
That's where I knew her from.
That's Helen Reddy.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you're apparently my Google was being slow and I didn't know who Helen Reddy was, so I was Googling. And
But when I said Pete's Dragon.
Pete's Dragon.
Boom.
I remember. That was the very first movie I ever went to when I was a kid.
Really?
Yep. Pete's Dragon. Yep. Wow. We drove from Gold Creek all the way to Helena to watch a movie.
I remember watching on HBO. I never saw it. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. That was when they just basically just Disney or HBO would just show like Disney shit like the first hour. Because HBO wasn't 24 hours back then. This was like 1980, 1981.
God, HBO went off air.
Yeah. It came on at like 5 or 6. You're like, oh, it's HBO time.
Right. When HBO went to fucking Flickr, that's when you turned it over to the Cinemax channel and tried to mess with the knobs to try and tune in the channel a little better.
Yeah. We had, and it wasn't like today where you just click and channel 3 there you are. No, you had channel 3, and then there was like a selector box. That you had to flick the switch on the top to get it onto the HBO feed. It was a different era back then, kids.
Oh yeah, your cable was mechanical.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's like the old joke, we were the remotes.
Indeed, dude.
But I always remember like Davy Crockett with Fess Parker would always be like the first thing on, and then they would have like whatever Disney movie after. So I would get a steady dose of like Pete's Dragon or Hot Lead and Cold Feet or any of that type of shit. They would run that first, and then you would get to like the bigger name movies that would not be appropriate.
We didn't get cable until like sophomore year of high school.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so up until then it was like over the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty limited.
Yeah. Yeah. That's ironic too, but my first Disney experience or my first movie theater going experience was a Disney one as well, the Aristocats.
Ah. See, but we had a VCR.
Yeah.
We didn't have cable, but we had a VCR.
So you still had viewing opportunities.
We did. That was one thing I was like, our family did get into VCRs like when they kind of initially came out and became a little bit more available. Like first VCRs were expensive and they were fucking heavy, and you had to like call the video store a couple days in advance to rent one. And yeah.
Because most families weren't buying VCRs right off the bat.
Yeah, because they were, God.
And even if they did, you weren't buying videotapes because at that point in time, fucking videotapes were like $80, $90.
Mm-hmm.
The first commercially viable videotape the first videotape that was priced commercially to where we could get it for like $15, $20. The 1989 Batman.
Oh. Huh.
And in movie houses, I mean, everywhere they were flipping their shit. How can you guys just give this away? Well, then they saw the fucking returns on that and said, "Oh, that's how you can do it." Okay, we get it now.
Mm-hmm.
And that boom made that just made the industry boom right there. Because prior to that, it was basically you buy up, you just go buy your fucking 10-pack of VH videotapes and then just copy the movies off HBO or copy the movies off the other VCR tapes when you rent them.
Yeah, dude. I knew I could probably I knew how to hook the two VCRs together.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Pirates be running for many generations. So Helen Reddy. Also, as well, on September the 29th, Mac Davis. Age 78. He passed away.
I know
Complications.
Who Mac Davis is, don't I?
You should. He kind of did. He did a lot of acting, but a lot of it was like TV shows and stuff. He did a couple of like shitty movies, but for the most part, he's more well known as a singer and songwriter. As a singer, his two big hits were "Baby, Baby, Don't Get Hooked on Me" and "Oh Lord, It's Hard to Be Humble When You're Perfect in Every Way." But he was more prolific as a songwriter for Elvis. You may have heard a little song called "In the Ghetto."
You mean by Too Short?
No, by Elvis.
I'm not an Elvis fan, dude.
Little baby child born in the ghetto.
I don't dig Elvis.
There's Mama cried. Yeah,
I do not dig Elvis, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not. It's not like I'm a big Elvis fan, but that's like one of his big ones.
I really.
And that was written by Mac Davis.
Dude, they call him the King of Rock. Fine, whatever. I don't like Elvis. That's fine.
And that's fine. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Little bit too weird for me.
That's quite all right. But yeah, no. And then he, let's see there. Yeah, In the Ghetto and Memories. I remember when I was like a wee little youngin', I always thought the song, because again, born and raised in Montana, I don't know what fucking ghetto is. I genuinely thought the song was called Little Baby Born in the Guitar.
In the guitar.
In the guitar. And his mama cried. I'm like 4 years old. I'm like, babies don't get born in a guitar. What the fuck? Like, what kind of... And it's really how I said it, too. How the fuck does that happen? Then I found out, ghetto. What's a ghetto? And then you learn things. But then later on, I had no idea. He wrote, he worked with Weezer back in like 2009 or 2009. And also did a little bit of work with Bruno Mars. So he was actually, doing stuff all the way, up till now. So, I mean, he was still getting her done.
Right on.
Good for him, But
cool.
yeah, Mac Davis, 78, passed away on the 29th as well. Then we get to the big one here. God damn it. Eddie fucking Van Halen, man.
No fucking shit. Like, well, it was coming, but,
I mean, he'd been suffering from the throat cancer for a while. And just get this out of the way, 65 years young on the 6th of October.
Regardless, he is going to live on in guitar memory for eons.
He's the guitar guy.
It
doesn't matter who you are, who your influences were. He is the guitar guy. I mean, a lot of people will go with Hendrix, and I can understand that. But you look at what Eddie brought to the table, and just the innovation. I mean, like I wasn't a big fan of the Van Hagar era, but I still respect the musicianship and what he was doing and how he was producing stuff during that time.
I like David Lee Roth better, honestly.
Yeah.
Like the Van Halen for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge album, that one wasn't horrible. That one was pretty okay. I liked that one, but I still prefer the David Lee Roth.
Give me the 5 David Lee Roth albums.
I don't know.
Was it 5 or 6? Something like that. But yeah. I go with give me those.
I thought you were telling me
I
his name. I was like,
read
dude,
them off. No. What the fuck?
I like David. I like him, but I'm not. I don't know, man. Come on, dude.
No. Van Halen 2, Diver Down. I think it was Dirty Streets. I can't remember. And 1984. So, I mean, there's at least 5. And I'm probably sure there's a 6th one that I'm missing. But
yeah, I'll trust your memory better than mine. Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, I mean, this guy, 1978, when that first album fucking came out, dude, he fucking blew the doors off everything and fucking changed the game.
Oh, what's the name of this? Eruption. Is that the Eruption when he's doing the double tap, like part of the...
Yeah, the intro for the very first song intro on the first album that leads into Running with the Devil. Yeah. And he's just fucking going wild, and you're just like, oh my God. And it was a funny story I always heard, like when he was first starting, when Van Halen was first starting in LA.
Yeah.
He'd be out playing and all that type of shit. And then when he would do his solos, how with guitar soloists, it's always like stand out there and fucking do all the posing and pouting and, and show off, like they're fucking, with the big phallic guitar, get the women all just frothy, right? Not Eddie. He would turn around and face the drums, face his brother playing the drums.
Right.
When doing the guitar solos. Because he didn't want any fuckers ripping him off. That's how smart he was. It's like, fuck you guys. Solo. Time to go back. Take a look back at the crowd. Yeah. Guess what I'm doing? Fuck you. And then turn back around just in time for David Lee Roth to do his jumping around and singing.
All right.
Smart man he was.
That band, they were meticulous with detail. Like one of their venue stipulations was that a certain color of M&M had to be taken out of the candy bowl. And it wasn't so much that they were doing it to be assholes, but it was basic. It was like you're saying, it was probably Eddie's idea to be smart. But if they weren't going to take like the red M&M out,
it was the brown M&Ms.
The browns, okay? It was the brown, okay? If they didn't take the brown M&Ms out, what other detail?
What other shit are they missing?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Because I was actually going to say that. It wasn't that they hated brown M&Ms. It was keeping an eye on the fucking, the venue agents, making sure they're sticking to those writers. Yeah.
Yeah, if they're not going to, do the candy, I mean, maybe they're not going to screw the stage together right.
Exactly.
That type of shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he was a smart cookie, common sense kind of wise there. I mean, the drugs and the party, you hear all the fucking wild ass shit that was going on during that time. And that's really the unfortunate thing. And that's one of the, here again, one of the reasons why I'm really doggedly trying to attempt to quit smoking on my end, whether I succeed or fail, is because something like the throat cancer, he blamed it on having fucking metal guitar picks in his mouth. No, Eddie, this was preventable because you were a fucking chain smoker. And knowing that a guitar god died way too early. Like 65 nowadays is way fucking young to go. And that throat cancer was preventable. And that's the real shit thing about it.
Eddie was a true musician is what he was. He wasn't just a guy that played the guitar really well. Eddie was an actual musician.
Yeah. He was the one playing the synthesizers when they started bringing those in and with the 84 and all,
Yeah, he messed around with a lot of stuff. Yeah. And he lent his talent to Michael Jackson for what I understand free. For the song "Beat It."
I don't know if it was free or not. I never looked into it.
I've heard it was free. Was what I understood, because it was when that was the Thriller album and stuff was Michael Jackson's like solo
That was the big one.
That was the big one. Yeah, that was the one that would. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was "Beat It," and then was there another one, or was it just "Beat It"?
I think it was just "Beat It." Because that's the only song on there that I can think that actually had guitar featured, like with a guitar solo and that type of shit. And I know, like later on, there was and Slash flatly denied that he was ever involved with the Black and White song. There was like a rumor thing but he did. So I think as far as guitar players and on that level, I think it was just Eddie Van Halen on "Beat It," and I think that was the only song.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I'm not gonna go 100% on. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's a shit loss, and so safe home there. And then finally, also on October 6th, boy, it's pretty hard when you're I'm a C-list celebrity. I'm probably gonna get a couple headlines when I die. Oh no, I die the same fucking day Eddie Van Halen does. But you know what? On the Quad M show, you will get your proper dues and respects. So to you, Mr. Johnny Nash, famed singer, performer, who died of natural causes at the age of 80. Godspeed. His big hit song was "I Can See Clearly Now, the Rain Is Gone."
Indeed.
Whereas here we go back with here's how I know him from. Way back when we used to get the Canadian channel, CFAC, channels 2 and 7, Love You. I don't know. You said you didn't have cable until sophomore year.
The Canadian channels? Yeah, the Canadian channels is where Transformers, G.I. Joe, Red Green.
Exactly.
Oh, there was
Thundercats. We would get
Thundercats. There was there was a few other shows. But yeah, I remember watching like a lot of Canadian TV. It seemed to be like one of the clearer channels that came in.
Yeah.
And of course, our local Helena, Channel 12. That one always came in fine.
Oh, of course.
And then I remember stormy nights or nights with a lot of overcast or something. You could get the Great Falls station.
We're bouncing off the clouds
because they could. Yeah.
But along with Battle of the Planets, but 7 a.m. every morning before I would go to school on the bus, I would wake up, and 7 a.m. we would have the Mighty Hercules.
Okay.
Horrible animation.
Horrible.
Totally took the Greek mythology, wiped its ass with it, and said, "Here you go.
There you go.
Perseus, who the fuck is that? No, Pegasus goes with Hercules now. That's how it works." Yeah. Fucking Clash of the Titans blew my fucking mind. Who's Perseus and why is Pegasus with him? Pegasus is supposed to be with Hercules. Johnny Nash sang the theme song to the Mighty Hercules.
Wow. Okay.
Hercules, hero of song and story. I should have recorded that and then played it. We could have had a little flashback there. Winner of ancient glory. Yeah, that was John. That's how I got introduced to Johnny Nash. So thank you for glorious childhood memories, Johnny.
Indeed.
Safe home. And to all of you, Helen Reddy, Mac Davis, Eddie Van Halen, and Johnny Nash, safe home and Godspeed to all of you. Thank you. Thank you for all the entertainment you provided. God damn, dude. The Book of the Dead episode is either going to be like a fucking 5-hour marathon show, or we're gonna have to do it in 2 parts.
Jeez.
I'm going to start compiling the list. So we can figure out how we want to do this.
You're going to have to start stocking up on some uppers too, motherfucker. Man.
We'll do it like the old Jerry Lewis fucking, the muscular dystrophy, Jerry's Kids marathon.
Oh, yeah.
Labor Day weekend marathon.
Oh, yeah, sure. Another card of cocaine, Suzanne? Why, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Norm Crosby. Thank you, everybody. Let's go ahead and go to Jason and see where are we at on the board, sir. How many have donated? Not a goddamn time. And that's all because of you people out there. Stay tuned for the Quad M Telethon as we bring out the June Foster dancers.
Oh no.
Oh, it's June Taylor dancers. That's right. I'm gonna find every the names of comedians that were just complete has-beens by the time 1975 rolled around. Stick around for the witty barbs and imitations of Charlie Callis. Hey, who the fuck is he? Well, you're gonna find out soon enough.
Okay.
The Quad M Book of the Dead telethon. Fuck, man, that's gonna be a long ass show.
The Book of the Dead. All right. Yeah. Let's talk about uppers.
Yeah.
Take a nap.
Maybe we should see if Heckle and Jekyll want to come back because they love doing that show so goddamn much.
We'll get cardboard cutouts. They'll be fine.
I think you and I just love doing it. I think for those 2 years, I think you and I love doing it more just because we knew how much it pissed Steve off that it was actually doing it.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong.
And then
I'm not going to admit out loud that you're right. Oops.
And then I don't know why I didn't do it. I think I just ran out of time, but I was going to fucking give Marty like a list of fucking Indians. Not indigenous folk, but people from India that died. So he would have to sit there and stumble through. God damn it. But hey, there's always next time. We'll figure that out. Let's go ahead here, since we have been talking about this throughout the entire show. Let's go ahead and bring our guest on. You have, if you haven't already, you should have seen her on Jimmy Kimmel. She's had an article in the New York Post. And as we're recording this interview, she just made an announcement on a big to-do going on in the UK that she'll tell us all about. If you've read the articles, you'll know she is a former pastor turned internet stripper / life coach, and we are excited and pleased as punch to have her on. Ladies and gentlemen, Nikole Mitchell. Nikole, how are we doing?
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Well, and thank you for taking the time to be on here. This is by the way, this is TJ you're speaking with.
And I'm Jason.
Hi, TJ and Jason.
Hello. As we're recording this interview, just saw there was kind of a big announcement for you there. You got some big TV show on the UK that you're doing.
Yes, it's their version of the Ellen show. So I'm going to be on their largest daytime television show. It's being recorded at 3:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, Friday. And next week, I'm being interviewed on Australia's iHeartRadio, and there's a bunch of other stuff coming down the pipelines, but those are some of the bigger ones, and I'm so excited.
That is awesome. And yet still you made the time to come on our humble little show.
I'm honored. Thank you for having me.
Well,
I really mean that.
No, well, thank you for coming on and taking the time. It's definitely pretty cool having you on here. Let's go ahead and get started because I'm sure, from amongst our listener base, all 10 or 12 of them, probably not a lot probably really know the Nikole Mitchell story other than just kind of the bare bones stuff. So, just kind of, give us a little introduction as to who is Nikole Mitchell.
Great question. Yes. So I used to be a pastor of a mega church. I was on the pastoral team there and grew up in the church. My dream was always to be a speaker of some kind. And I actually grew up in a denomination that doesn't allow women to be teachers or leaders. But in my late 20s, I got involved with this mega church that allows women to be leaders, radical concept, and thrived there just because I'm a natural leader. And they called me out to saying, you are a theologian, you should consider going to seminary. We'd love to mentor you and have you be a possible pastor here. And that was just such an honor and privilege and joy. And so I did that, was mentored by them for years, got on their pastoral team, loved a lot of it. But during this process, realizing that's not really where I fully belonged. I realized I was queer in my early 30s and I had to keep that quiet because this church was not affirming, and always had this desire to express myself in certain ways. But being high up in the church leadership, I was actually very much censored about what I could say and not say, do and not do. And through many events, decided to walk away from the church, from my leadership position, and very much follow Elsa in Frozen 2 by stepping into the unknown and seeing where this whisper was taking me. And it led me to a really unexpected and magical place where now I'm an online stripper. And so the tagline has become from pastor to stripper. And it sounds radical, and it probably is, but it has been a process in the making for years. And now that I'm here doing what I love, I am so happy. I am so grateful. There's no part of myself I have to hide. And I get to make a lot of money doing it. So I'm very happy to be here.
And we get to tie in Disney to it too. So, there's that.
Yes.
Yeah, because everybody loves Disney.
And yeah, I mean, as I was reading the New York Post article, that was kind of one of the things that really, kind of stood out. I mean, amongst everything. I mean, your story is amazing.
Indeed.
Talk to us a little bit about your awakening when you realized, that you were queer and this whole pastor life isn't going to work because you started realizing you are who you are.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great question. To me, I feel like my story represents just how strong the heteronormative narrative is in our culture, in our country, where you can be born queer, but be convinced you're absolutely straight for decades and not learn your own sexuality until well into adulthood. And so I didn't realize I was queer until 2016. I was married to an amazing man for 7 years at that point. And it hit me that I wasn't straight. And it was terrifying because so much of our identity, our life is wrapped around our identity. So I was like, what does that make me as a wife, as a mother? I have 3 little children. What does this mean for my church, for my work? And it was a gradual realization over the last year before I realized I was queer. Little things I would hear would resonate deeply with me, and it would just sit there. And it was finally after a few of those, the coin went in the slot. So I remember one night watching Grey's Anatomy, and a character on there is bisexual, and she made some comment like, I don't fall in love with genders, I fall in love with souls. And something like that, I was like, oh my gosh, I so resonate with that, but didn't think too much on it. And then one time I was meeting someone, like, and we were introducing ourselves. It was a queer space. And so we were introducing ourselves according to our identity and orientation. She said, I fall in love with all kinds of beautiful people. And I was like, oh man, that rings true for me too. And then another time I was on the board of directors for a queer theater company based in Minneapolis, Minnesota called Uprising Theater. Highly recommend checking them out. And I would go to all these queer events and theater shows, and it was mostly queer people there. And one of those nights I was there again at another show, and I found myself magnetically attracted to certain people in that room. And for a minute there, I thought, I'm just a people lover. I love humans. That's probably what it is. But then something in me deeper is like, wait a second. This isn't just, I think people are cool. This is like a magnetic attraction. Mm-hmm. Like, Nikole, you're not straight. And it was just like, it rocked my world, because it called into question everything I had ever known. And when at this point, I had never been with a woman. So it's like, how can you know something when you've not experienced it? But it's just like how someone knows they're straight. You just know. And looking back now, all the clues were there ever since little childhood, all these clues about girl crushes and, movie stars and performers that were women that I was obsessed with. I just wrote it off as a girl thing, but it was no, there was a queerness there. I just denied my whole life. And so I realized it in 2016. And for a moment there, I thought, I will just take this to the grave. I look straight. I pass straight. I don't need to rock anyone's boat. Don't tell anyone, Nikole. But I'm way too authentic of a soul to keep something like that a secret, and decided to slowly come out. I first came out to my then husband, who was absolutely supportive, close friends, close family. And then a year later, I decided it's time to tell the world. And I came out publicly as queer in 2017.
So and it brings a couple of interesting questions here. When you had, come out, kind of talking about ramifications here. When you said you just, you turned around, you left the church, and didn't look back. I mean, was it a case of it was just a snap, I'm done, I'm out, and you didn't tell anybody in the church that you were gone, and they were kind of wondering, where the hell did she go? Or did you, was there any kind of a 2-week notice you gave, or, how did that work when you left the church? And was there any backlash from them as a group when you came out publicly?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I realized I was queer in 2016, and then 2017 is when I left the church. And then a few months later, I then came out publicly as queer, because I didn't have to fear losing my church position over it anymore. It was a decision years in the making. I had been working for years trying to climb the ladder at the church, and they gave me a lot of hoops to jump through, and they kept pushing back the finish line for me. Not for the men in the group, not for the white men in the group, but for me as a biracial, closeted queer woman, they made it harder than for anybody else. And I was determined to make it. Just as a public speaker, as a leader, I just know I belong at the front. And so I kept jumping through every hoop. And just throughout the process, this is a 3-year process, they would back down on what they would promise to offer me, or opportunities they said they would give me, they wouldn't give me, and just kind of demoralized me over many years. Even though they chose me, handpicked me, mentored me, they would communicate that I was never good enough. No matter what I did, I was never good enough. And finally, I called them out on it 3 years into this, saying, hey, I just want to share my heart. You guys keep saying, these opportunities are going to be mine, but you keep pushing back the finish line. No matter what I do, I can't win. And so I'm not sure what's going on behind the scenes, but I just want to let you know, for me, it's really hurtful. And on a church scale, it's really hurtful, because you say you care about women leadership, but you keep putting men in leadership positions. And we have a very big, very diverse church. And you have a woman right here, and a biracial woman, no less, who's ready and talented, and you chose me. So just want to open the doors of communication and figure out what we can do here. And right away, one of my pastors wrote back and said, you are so ungrateful after all I've done for you. this is over. I'm done talking to you. And he was my personal mentor. And he has never talked to me again since that day. Even though I emailed him, I felt horrible and I apologized, even though I had nothing to apologize. This is how well they groomed me. Like, apologize, like, no, I'm not trying to be ungrateful. I'm just trying to like talk and like, please be willing to meet me for coffee. Don't write me off. And I never heard from him. And then the other male pastor reached out to me saying, I'm so sorry, because there was a group email. He saw that. He's like, that was inappropriate of him. That was not okay. Why don't you come in my office and talk? And so we talked, and he filled me in on some of the drama that was going behind the scenes, and the fact that I'd been denied all this opportunity was not random. It was very intentional on the leadership part. And that's when I said to them, I was like, you owe me. You owe me an opportunity after all you've taken from me. And so you'll give me a weekend service. Because at this point, I was on the pastoral team preaching every 3 weeks on our Thursday night service. And I wanted a weekend service because that's what they had promised me all these years. And they gave it to me, but they gave it to me the 4th of July weekend when everyone's gone traveling. And so just little things like that they would do to me the whole journey, where they would kind of slight me. Like, hey, here's your opportunity, but it's kind of not what you want. And so as I prepared for this, there was a decision I had to make. Like, am I going to follow through? Am I even going to show up? Am I going to come back after this? And I wasn't sure because they had just put me through the ringer. And then that final week before my sermon, they asked me to submit my sermon, which I'm a really good writer. I make a lot of my living off writing. And when I got my sermon back, it was just torn to pieces. And I was told, it's the worst sermon ever. You're the worst ever. Like, there's nothing good here. If you don't rewrite this and perfect it in 3 days, we're pulling you from the pulpit. So just a lot of threats and just a lot of demoralization. And so nothing I wrote was good enough in those 3 days. Everything, they would just turn away. And so I finally said, okay, apparently you know what you want me to say. So why don't you tell me what that is? And I'll say that. And he says, okay, in the sermon, you're going to say this and this. You're not going to say this. You're definitely not going to say that because no one cares about that detail of your story. This and this and this. I wrote up a sermon. I emailed it to him, and he's like, wow, that's like the best sermon I've ever read. And I was like, no shit, because it's what you told me to write. And so after all that happened, right? This is like just craziness.
As you keep going through here, the decision is just being made easier and easier and easier for you.
No shit.
Yes, exactly. So this is why when I walked away, it was like the decision had been made for me. It wasn't even like I made this radical decision. Like, there was no choice but to walk away because after they had treated me. And then the weekend I give the sermon, the pastor was supposed to be out of town, but he rearranged his schedule to be there. Just so he could critique me from the audience, which he had never done with any guest speaker before. So he's sitting in the audience with the clipboard, taking notes to let me know if I'm good enough, because there's 3 services, if I'm good enough for the first service or if he will need to pull me for the last 2. After I did it, I nailed it because, of course, I know what I'm doing. I'm really good at it. And he came up and he was like, yeah, we're going to have to pull you. And my heart sunk. And then he's like, just kidding. That was amazing. And I was like, oh my God, like you cannot do that. It was so cruel. And he was like, wow, I'm shocked you did it. And I was like, what did you think I was going to do? I've been doing this for years. And so I did my next 2 services and never returned. And he reached out to me later that day saying, oh my gosh, I heard you nailed it. You hit it at the park. Let's talk about debrief it when I get back in town. And I never wrote him back.
You just said mic drop.
Yes, like literally. But it was a hard decision because I loved my community. I loved my people. I wanted to tell them why I couldn't remain, but there was no room for my voice. And so walking away was a really painful decision because I'd been there for 7 years. I'd held their babies in nurseries. I had spoken to their youth in youth group. I had taught courses there. I was very intimate with that community. And so to walk away was leaving a huge part of my heart there. And my hope was that someday they would maybe learn my story and understand why. And I hope through these interviews that I'm doing that they'll see how much I loved them. And it was really hard to walk away from them.
Mm-hmm. I have a question for you. Since you face so much trouble leaving the church, do you still retain your religious beliefs in the church, or did you just walk away from the church and still retain your beliefs?
Yeah, that's a great question, Jason. For about a year after that, I hopped around trying to think, I need to find a queer affirming church. I need to find a church where there's female pastors. And I tried all kinds of different denominations. And I even started a queer church with two of my queer friends, because I thought maybe I just need to create one instead of trying to find the right one. And I helped lead that for a year. And then eventually none of them were a right fit. So I walked away from that. They're still running that church service. But yeah, I've left like all institutional beliefs and gatherings. And it's just now I'm like a very spiritual person. Like I've never felt more connected to God, never more in the flow than before. But I had to leave a lot of my lifelong beliefs in order to find that and find myself.
That's very interesting, actually. That you were able to like just walk away from the church and the institution of it. That's pretty. Actually, it's pretty fucking awesome, really. I
don't get that too often.
No,
you're talking to a couple guys that believe that institutions, we know who they put in them, so
right. And
totally.
Yeah, and churches are more trouble than what they're fucking worth. So yeah, I'm proud of you for that. Keep it up.
Thank you. Yeah, I wrote a whole blog series on it called Goodbye to Church, or Goodbye to the Church, or something like that. Because I kind of walked people through my process for those who were interested back then. But yeah, that was 2017, and I've not been back to a institutional church, and I'm the happiest I've ever been, and I'm really grateful.
Kind of doing a 180 here. You had made mention,
yes,
before you, had gone to the had gone to the play and started taking part in queer activities, that type of thing. You had made mention of the fact that you prior to this, like you had never been with a woman or in a same-sex encounter.
Mm-hmm.
How awkward was the first time?
Well, that's a good question. I still haven't really been with one. Like,
what?
I'm like so ready, you guys. So if you know anyone, send them my way. Send their application to me.
Application.
Dear Lord, you turn queer and then COVID hits. Boy, that's
Yes!
that's hitting the loser lottery right there.
Yes, but I did have like a makeout session with a trans person, and I had like never been happier, and would totally have made love to them, but they weren't ready for that. And so that was like my first queer heartbreak. And then like I've kissed a few women, which is like fantastic, but nothing beyond that. And I've never dated one. And so I'm on dating apps for the first time in my life ever. I'm recently divorced. I got divorced in June, and my ex-husband and I are on really good terms. We're great friends, and I'm really grateful for that. And I have women, like I put that I'm interested in both men and women. And it's funny because with men, because I've been with men my whole life, I know how to work it. And I'm very confident. I'm badass. I know how to be sexy and fun, like just be me. And I engage with them, I go on dates with them. But when women like me back, I become like a little schoolgirl. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I've literally never responded to any of the women who reached out to me. I'm that terrified.
Wow.
So
that was not the answer I was expecting whatsoever.
It was freaking hilarious. So that was great.
Oh my gosh, it's pretty comical.
Well, so kind of here again, veering off into another deal. As you've progressed forward, and doing the research, seeing some of the stuff on Instagram, which by the way, amazing stuff you got up there. Not just the lingerie and the stripper stuff, but also the motivational speaking and the life coaching. Which came first? Now I know here again, going back to some of the previous articles and interviews you've done, you said you kind of at a very, very young age knew that you maybe didn't know what a stripper was, but wanted to be one. But when it came to, I guess, your chosen line of work, which one came first?
Ooh, good question. Yeah. So I've been officially life coaching for a few years now, but honestly, it's something I've done my entire life. I just didn't know that's what it was called. Didn't know you could make money doing it. And when I did learn that, I finally launched my business in 2018 and doing really well with it. And I do love that. I love that about my social media profiles. You'll see gorgeous photos, but I also post life-changing content every day. I'm so committed to people finding who they really are, doing what they love, making a shit ton of money being themselves, that I want to help people. So I do free content. I teach courses. I run a mastermind. People can work with me one-on-one because I'm all about people having their wildest dreams come true. And yeah, since a child, I remember watching Full House as a little girl and loving Stephanie wearing her thigh-high boots and spaghetti straps. And things like that had always been drawn to as a kid, like belly shirts. And we're raised in like the conservative Baptist churches where like spaghetti straps are evil. Anything above the knee is evil. Thigh-high boots is just asking for it. And so I learned very quickly that what I wanted was bad. Who I am is wrong. And so I learned to stuff down these desires, but I would see like, I wasn't even allowed to watch many kind of movies, but if I ever got to see a movie where there was like a bit of a sexual scene or a woman dancing on a pole or on a bar top, something in me is like, I want to do that. Like I was just magnetically drawn to doing that. But again, stuffing it down. And it wasn't until just about a little over a year ago, I have a life coach and his wife does lingerie modeling. And back then she was doing implied nude. And I was drawn to it. I was like, there is a woman, she's a wife, she's a mother, and she's doing this. And like, she represented to me what was possible. And so that's when I opened my OnlyFans account, but honestly, just to like give myself a place to explore, because that kind of content obviously can't go on social media. And I thought, well, I'll explore it. And if people want to watch me, they can pay me, which means it's going to weed out most people. So it was like my little sanctuary to practice it. And the more I did it, the more I loved it. And just like I've evolved where it's like this desire has come alive. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was just meant to take off my clothes. I don't know why. I'm just meant to. And now it's this full-fledged business. And I love it so much.
So it's a case of at this point, you've only done it, you know, as far as like online videos, you know, streaming cam, whatever on that, and you haven't actually like worked a club or anything like that. It's just been strictly the OnlyFans. Strictly OnlyFans. Okay. And like before I moved to California a year ago, Minnesota, and in Minnesota I would go to a lot of like queer strip clubs and burlesque shows and drag shows. And whenever my friends and I would go, they would always hear me every time, oh my God, my next lifetime, I'm doing this, my next lifetime. And they were like, why not now? And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm a mom, I'm a wife. Like I felt like I had missed my chance. And now that we're here, like while I've only done it all online, I would be very open to doing it in a queer strip club. I would never do a conventional strip club. Queer spaces are just so amazing. So I wouldn't be surprised if someday my work led me to that. So stay tuned.
So we've kind of heard how you deal with trolls. Your other like maybe friends or family, have they been supportive of your decisions?
It's a great question. Considering my upbringing, it's been really hard for them. And so I've lost quite a few family members and friends through the process, which is really hard and really sad, but totally understandable, considering what they were taught to believe and what they still hold to believe to be true today. It makes sense that what I'm doing is not okay, and so I am sad, but I totally understand. But even though I've lost a number of family and friends over this, I have gained the most amazing community, the most amazing friendships and souls in my life, and it's been worth it, as hard as it's been.
Honest answer.
Yes.
I would certainly hope so.
No, but shut the fuck up, TJ.
We're learning so much, you know, and it's. I hate to say it, but you know, thus far we've got Disney equals walk away from the church, and Olsen twins equals strippers. I'm loving it.
I approve. That's the podcast interview.
Well,
It's so good.
Well, like you say, you've hit the big time. You've got a couple of Jimmy Kimmel shows. You're doing the biggest show in the UK. We got to make sure that this is the one you remember. That's the key, So
I love it.
So going through it, and I watched a couple of the motivational videos, and it's just it's amazing the positivity through all of this, where a lot of negativity could be coming through. So my two questions. So really, I got a couple questions leading up to this. Number one, where did you? What originated the amazing mantra of unfuck yourself? And number two, do you have that on a T-shirt that myself or anybody listening would be able to purchase?
Yeah, we need to make that happen. I have so many quotes that my clients are like, we need a shirt of that. I'm like, we do. So let's make that happen. Whoever's listening, help me figure out how to create a line of stuff to sell with my quotes. Another really popular quote in my mastermind is "Watch me, bitch."
Nice.
Like, people who say, "Oh, you'll never do that." I'm like, no, watch me, bitch. I'm gonna fucking rise. Yeah, what's so funny is I think that actual quote, "Unfuck yourself," came from a client of mine where she messaged me saying, "Oh my God, I just love how much you're helping me. Like, you're literally helping me unfuck myself." And I was like, oh my God, that is the name of my next course. I've like 8 or 9 courses online, and this one is called How to Unfuck Yourself. And it's a 4-module digital course teaching you how to get out of your own way, take radical responsibility, and rise the fuck up. And it's one of my favorite courses. And it's everything I had to do to get out of my own way and create the life of my dreams. And it's me trying to pass the wisdom on to whoever wants it. But yeah, I think like I've always been like the positive, see glass half full, trust that everything's working out for you kind of person. But for life coaching, it's so much deeper than that. It's not just having a positive attitude. It's creating and intentionally choosing core beliefs. So years ago when we were broke and no matter what we did, we could not ever make more money. And we were like living off money from my parents, from my best friends. It was just incredibly humiliating of a place to be. And I came to the conclusion, we must live in a world where your dreams are actually here to be devoured. Because no matter how hard I try to pursue my dreams, they just get devoured. And because that was my core belief, I kept finding evidence for that. Once I hired a life coach and started doing the inner work around my beliefs and realized there was a world where people believe the universe has your back, that was a radical concept to me back then. And I was like, what? There's people who believe that? And my coach is like, yeah, and once you believe that, you're going to find evidence for it. So I tried it on for size by saying, I'm just going to say the universe is a neutral place. I can't say it has my back, but I would rather believe it's neutral than it actively devouring me. And I found lots of evidence showing it is a neutral place. So then I thought, what if I tried on the belief that the universe does have my back? And then I found lots of evidence of having my back. And that's when I realized our beliefs create our reality. What you seek, you will find. And so much of my content online and my videos to help people realize that their beliefs is what's creating the reality. So let's go deeper than positive thinking. Let's go deeper than mantras. And let's actually change out your core beliefs and your life will change.
Have you ever had a client that you thought or just couldn't help?
Ooh. That is a good question. I've never been asked that before. Fantastic. I love when I'm asked a question I've never been asked before.
We try.
You did well. No. In fact, almost every single client I've worked with has continued to choose to work with me in one form or another. So they've either become a long-term one-on-one client, or they shifted into my mastermind, or they've shifted into my eternal course students, where they just keep taking every course I create. Like they kind of become like lifelong supporters and believers, and they refer me like crazy. And that's why my business has done so well. I have a Facebook album called Raves and Reviews that's filled with over 200 and some testimonials sharing the results my clients get. They get incredible results really fast. And that's allowed more and more people to work with me because there's rapport and history and results to back up what I believe and what I represent. So yeah, no, I've never had anyone I've never been able to help.
Oh, we know some people. Do you want one?
Let me put a caveat to that. This is a good point. Let me put a caveat to that. I cannot help anyone who does not want to be helped. And that is the beautiful thing. By the
That's very
time
true.
someone comes to me and they find me, they are like, I need, like right now, Nicole, help me figure my shit out. It's not like, oh, can you convince me? I'm not sure. Like by the time they've gotten here, they're ready. And it's because they're so ready that they get results so fast. Because I'm not spending any time trying to convince them of anything. They're just more like, what do I do? Tell me what to do and I will do it. And that is the best because we can move mountains when that is their energetic state.
Yeah. Like the old joke, the light bulb has to want to change.
1,000%.
So one thing, as I was again, doing the vast amount of research that I do, I was actually kind of fascinated by kind of the business model that you got set up. You've got the OnlyFans, for the adult content, and then you've got the NikoleMitchell.com website.
Yes.
Which really is kind of geared more towards that, life coaching, motivational speaking, and all the nice things. And then the very last one is the lingerie. So, so what made you decide? I mean, obviously the OnlyFans, you went that route with that, but what made you decide to like split the two up, not just have a Nikole Mitchell mega site where you can have the life coaching if you click here, but if you want to subscribe to this other side over here? Was it kind of wanting to make sure you kept those separate so you didn't get chocolate and the peanut butter type of a deal, or?
Great question. It kind of just happened instantly because I had my website created. Actually, I had it created before I even had a business. People kept telling me, Nicole, you're your own brand. You're your own brand. You need to put yourself out there. And I didn't even know what the fuck that even meant back then. But I hired a web designer, paid for a professional headshot photo shoot, created this website just to put my name out there and hold space for whatever I was going to become. And then I started my life coaching business a little bit later and started adding that information to my website. And then OnlyFans has kind of evolved. And it's more just laziness is the real answer. I didn't end up putting it on my website out of pure laziness, not at all from trying to keep it separate. Because if you go to my Facebook, if you go to my Instagram, it's all public about what I do. I'm very intentional about living a very integrated life and not having to separate anything. And I've thought about that. I'm like, I should probably put OnlyFans on my website. And that's as far as I get. And so this is probably a reminder to actually do that tonight. So thank you.
Boy, we're just covering every base. This is great.
You are. I'm so appreciative.
So, and kind of continuing along with that, I'm assuming prior to the COVID coronavirus pandemic, your life coaching was probably a lot more, sit down, face to face, live interaction. How much has, the epic saga known as 2020 changed how you've gone about your business? I mean, is it a lot more, Zoom and Skype chats? Is it, over the phone type stuff? Like how are you still maintaining the life coach? We obviously know that, the OnlyFans is we're pretty much good on that end, but on the life coaching end, how has that changed due to the pandemic of the year?
Yeah, great question. So my business wasn't affected at all. And in fact, it's only grown during 2020 because my business was completely online beforehand. And I designed it that way intentionally because I wanted location independence. I wanted to be able to run my business anywhere from around the world. I love to travel. I love being mobile. And so all my sessions are held via phone calls. Okay. So no video, just voice. And all my courses are held online. And so that was a good thing that my business had already been fully online. So when COVID did hit, there was no transitioning. I was already there, and it was great because I was able to help a lot of my clients and other businesses learn how to transfer to an online business and teach them how to do it really well because I'd already been doing that for a couple of years. Okay. So I'm really grateful for that. And also, again, about core beliefs. When COVID hit, something I challenged my clients with was the belief of, what if instead of viewing this as the worst thing to happen to you, what if you viewed it from the lens or the question of, what if this was the best thing to happen to you? And approach it from that angle. And if COVID has no power over you, because I always tell my clients, you are the most powerful factor at play in your life. Nothing outside of you is more powerful than you. How do you want 2020 to go? And my clients have slayed 2020. They have doubled, tripled, quadrupled their income. They have hired employees. Wow. They have expanded their business. They're having the best love of their life. Like everything has improved through 2020, and it's across the board. So it's not just for one or two of my clients. So it just shows, even collectively, when people work with me, there is this belief we hold together that life only gets better and better for us no matter what. And even during COVID, that has proven true.
Nice. That is amazing right there.
Yeah.
Have you given any thought? I mean, I don't know, where we go. I mean, obviously we're now working on your apparel and merchandise empire. Have you given any consideration to branching out in any other type of ways, fields, or means?
Yes. Oh, I love that. Yes, I genuinely would love to create merchandise. I'm asked about it all the time, and I haven't thought to put energy and intention behind that, but I just hired a manager this week. And so I'm actually going to give her that task to look into that. But one of my dreams is to write a book, many books, but start with one and tell my life story. And my dream then is to have my book turn into a film and have it be shared on a global scale in that way. So that's kind of the direction I see it going. For my dreams, I've always loved TV. I've always loved film. I'm an actor. And so and I'm a writer. So I love that I could write a story and then be able to watch it on the screen, maybe even act in it, would be a very cool thing to experience. So that's kind of the direction I'm going. And my manager is helping with all kinds of other things. She has a vision of me creating my own lingerie line with a couple of my favorite, or one of my favorite lingerie companies. So we're in the creative process for that. So it's been really cool to see a bunch of new possibilities be born as a result of my story going viral. And I am here for all of it. I'm here for the creativity. I'm here for the ideas. I'm here for the options. And I'm just as curious of which ones we'll dive into and we'll take off as a result.
And we're here for the first rights to interview when that movie comes out.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to happen.
Dibs on Nicole.
You heard it here first, kids.
Yes, you did.
So then, with that being said, what for Nikole Mitchell looking in the mirror, what's the end game? What's your end goal?
God, you guys, you're so good with questions. I love this. I mean, this might sound more vague, but it's very true to my heart. I want to see how far I can go. I want to see how good my life can get. I want to see just what a breathtaking reality I can create. So I have a dream and a goal, and it's going to fucking happen because we're talking to Nikole fucking Mitchell, of being a billionaire. Because again, one of my core beliefs is anything is possible. There's no order of difficulty in miracles. It's no harder for one miracle to happen than for another. And so I teach my clients that it's no harder for the universe to deliver you $10,000 as it is to deliver you $1 million. What are you available for? What do you feel worthy of? What do you feel safe in receiving? And so because I understand a basic understanding of quantum physics and energy and what is possible, I literally have it on my vision board. I will be a billionaire. I will have books. I'll, best-selling books. I'll have a film that will be a smashing hit. And from there, the world is, anything is possible. And a big desire of mine is to become, rich as possible because I want to give so much money away. There are so many people I want to help. There are so many social causes I believe in. And in order to give a lot of money away, you got to make a lot of money. And so this whole journey has been me learning to give myself permission to become wealthy and to not associate wealth with greed or assholery or changing you into a bad thing, and surrounding myself with really healthy, happy, successful, kind, rich people to show me that it's possible to be just that. Be the fullest version of Nicole, be massively rich, and leave the world a better place as a result.
Better words have never been spoken.
So,
Right.
little dreams.
And now I want 2
A
t-shirts.
philanthropist. She wants to be a modern day philanthropist. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yes.
That's
Oh,
a brilliant word.
100%.
Yes.
Philanthropist.
Yep.
Like Bill Gates.
Yeah.
I want to be like Warren Buffett, who gives his friends $50 billion. Like, hey, Bill Gates, here's $50 billion because I believe in you and your dreams so much. Go play with my money. Like, that's the kind of wealth and status I want to have. If white men in power can do that, me as a biracial queer woman can do it too. And so I'm determined to do it, A, because I want to, and B, to help pave the way for other people, especially those from marginalized communities, whether they're queer people, trans people, people of color, people with different disabilities, showing that if Nicole can do it, they can do it too. And then we can all just circulate the wealth around so everyone can have a better quality life.
You know what 2020 needs? It needs a little bit more Nicole.
Oh, thank you.
See, and now after all this, I now want 2 t-shirts. I want the Go Unfuck Yourself t-shirt, and I want the Nicole fucking Mitchell t-shirt.
Yes.
See, we're you know
Let's fucking do it.
you don't need to look any further. We got your merchandise. We're your hookup here. I can line you
I
up.
love it.
You take a look at those
do it.
shirts over at quadmproductions.com and you'll see we've got quality, and I got a hookup for you. We'll talk after the interview.
Love it. Awesome.
Before we get into the lightning round of questions,
The lightning round. I love the lightning round.
He loves.
Nicole's ready.
He loves him some lightning round. Just out of my own sheer curiosity here, biracial. What 2 races make up Nicole fucking Mitchell?
Yes, love it. My dad is Caucasian and my mom is Korean.
Oh, okay, all right, that's a good mix.
Yeah, I like it. I look pretty white. I've had people assume I'm adopted because my 3 brothers look pretty Asian. So that's always a comical moment. But yes, I am biracial.
That's okay. That's all right. Well, let's go ahead then and hit Jason's favorite part of the Q&A session.
It is. We've been hitting you with all
Let's do it.
the serious questions and make you like think and crap like that. So, TJ, every interview we've done, we do this little lightning round thing of silly questions that don't mean anything, but that might be funny. Okay. So are you ready to answer some odd questions?
Yes, bring it on.
Okay. We'll start with sock, shoe, or sock, shoe, shoe.
Sock, shoe, shoe.
Okay. Awesome.
Took a lot of thought there.
You made mention of Warren Buffett. Who are some other people that you admire? Inspire, and say this is a blueprint for what I want to achieve. Or you just dig them.
Oh my gosh, so many people. Prince, RuPaul, Janet Mock, Laverne Cox, and Oprah Winfrey are some of my people. I especially love Oprah because I loved, as a little black girl in Mississippi, being raised by her grandma who's working for white people. And she's 5 years old. Oprah's 5 years old. And her grandma says, all right, honey, you're going to need to watch how I do this laundry because you're going to do this for white people someday. And at this little tender age, with no exposure to anything outside of that reality, she thought, no, I'm not. That is not my future. I'm meant for more. And here she is today. And I think that's so true for all of us, where there's something inside of us that knows what we're meant to do with our life. And at some point we have to choose, are we going to honor that knowing, or are we going to do just what's expected of us? And just seeing Oprah defy all odds just shows me if she can do that, anything is possible.
Yes, Jason, you can go now.
So much more lengthy answers. I just dive deep, but keep going.
Okay.
Little calm during the storm. Don't worry about that.
In the first few seconds, do you hope that it's Ice Ice Baby or Under Pressure?
Ice Ice Baby.
Huh. You're the first person to answer Ice Ice Baby.
No way. I'll take that title.
Has anyone ever mistakenly booked you for an interview or a show thinking that you were a former Jamaican gold medal sprinter Nikole Mitchell?
No, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. I have Googled my name and I found that to be true about me. That's funny.
Okay. What do you find sexy?
Oh my gosh. Two things. Things. Someone who is fully living out their purpose, such a turn on. And someone who is confident, super sexy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Ranch or marinara?
Say that again.
Ranch or marinara?
Marinara.
Spicy.
Marinara. So, many different art forms. Pictures, photography, painting, music. What is your favorite?
Music.
Music?
Yes.
Who's your
It
favorite
moves my
music
soul
artist?
like nothing else. Go ahead.
Who's your favorite music artist then?
Okay, this is a little tricky. I love all kinds of artists, but my favorite music to listen to, you're going to laugh. If I Google it on YouTube, it's called emotional epic music. And they're really intense emotional soundtracks that get me in the flow. And I create some of my best content when I'm listening to this really intense music. And I feel unstoppable. I feel powerful. I feel like I'm going to conquer the world. So I listen to it pretty regularly.
It's the motivational speaker form of lo-fi beats and hip-hop for studying.
Yes, exactly.
TJ had a confused look on his face, like he didn't understand.
I got a video of someone doing dubstep with rubber chickens. If you want to watch that, that's pretty entertaining too.
Motivational content right there. Oh my God.
Nikole, are you a dog person or a cat person?
Oh my gosh, that's a really hard question. I grew up with a dog. Never thought I was a cat person, but I have a cat now, and she's like my little buddy. I would probably have to say a cat person.
Cat person? We can understand that.
We call that the right answer.
So
Good. I got that right.
okay, gonna sneak another one in here on you. Would you rather be caught lying or have people not believe you when you tell the truth?
Oh my gosh. Have people not believe me telling the truth.
Have people not believe you?
Yep. It's a hard one.
Yeah, I think that's
a brutal question.
Yeah, it is. It's a tough question, and I think like having people not believe you is the right answer because at least you're not lying.
Right.
Yeah.
And it also represents my life. I think people can believe, like, come to me and, like, whether it's my life coaching content, they think I'm crazy, or they see my photos and they just assume I'm doing it for attention. So I'm used to being misunderstood, but I still live my truth every day.
Okay. And speaking of every day, like Nikole goes to bed probably whenever the fuck she wants. Nikole wakes up in the morning. How does she start her day? What do you do? Do you get your Mr. Coffee going with a cup of Joe and or what? Or I mean, everybody's got a routine.
Yes. Yeah, I actually don't really drink coffee. I always wanted to because I feel like that's like a marker of adulthood. So I feel like I've never fully reached adulthood because I don't really drink coffee. So I'm still working on that.
Well, you can start off light by going to Starbucks.
What?
You can start off light by going to Starbucks before you work your way into like full-fledged like truck stop coffee.
Oh my
you don't have to like.
Oh, yes, I have to have lots of cream and sugar for you to drink coffee. This is true. I have a rhythm where I wake up and I take a few moments every day to get grounded. So whether I ask Alexa to turn on meditation music, I pick up a book. I always have a book on my night table. It's like a memoir or a motivational book. I'll read a paragraph or a page. I'll read over some affirmations, or I just sit there quietly and just remember who the fuck I am. Because I tell my clients, we kind of wake up with amnesia. We kind of forget who we are, even especially where we're going, who we're becoming. And so if you just spend a few moments in the morning remembering who you are and what you came here to do and how powerful you are, it changes the energy and the course of your day. So I spend probably about 5 minutes every morning getting grounded, getting centered. And then I get up and get going, and I feel like I just start off so powerful that way.
And to end the day.
Hold on. I got one.
Shut up, TJ. You've been talking a lot.
Fine.
You've been talking a lot. So you had your whole day. Now, for dinner, you can pick anyone in history to have dinner with. Who is that?
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me think. In history.
Anyway.
Wow. You know, it's so funny. Ever since I was a little girl, I've always wanted to sit down with a indigenous woman before the Europeans colonized the U.S. and ask what her experience and her story was. What was her life like before all that? So it'd probably be with someone like her.
Wow. I've thought about having that. That's a weird thought, but cool. Yeah. I've often wondered that.
Yeah. Like a random thing. Like it's not like a specific famous person, but I just have such a heart for indigenous people and wondered what their life was like before it got ruined.
Here in we live in Montana, and it has a very rich history of the indigenous people and whatnot. It goes back literally tens of thousands of years, and it's all over the place up here. And there is here in Montana, I think it's 5 reservations.
Oh, there's more than that.
I think it's 5. Yeah. And they're all really interesting. They're all really interesting places to go to.
Yeah. Yeah, so much rich history there.
I'm going to go back to the shallow end of the pool with my next question.
You do that. We'll doggy paddle there with you.
We're going ankle deep on this one.
Okay.
Based on the previous question, which do you think is going to happen first? The same-sex encounter or drinking a good cup of coffee?
Oh.
We're playing the odds. We're playing the odds here. Which is
I'm way
too
big of a chicken.
Trust me, dude, you can just go to Starbucks and get coffee. I mean, there's no place down there called
so
Starfucks.
There probably is.
I will keep you posted. I'm ready for it.
Welcome to Nicole Watch 2020.
Yes.
This week she winked at somebody.
She's making progress. Oh my god.
Do you have any more? Or are we ready to wrap up with the grand finale question?
I think we're ready for the cap of the put the fancy words on top of the thing.
Yep.
Question.
This is the one we ask. This is the key one that we ask all of our interviewees. Jason, if you would please.
Nicole, what is your favorite dinosaur?
My favorite dinosaur?
Yeah, your favorite dinosaur.
Oh my gosh, I'm like the least educated on dinosaurs. But if I had to answer, what is the dinosaur with the really, really long neck from Land Before Time?
Oh,
not the Brontosaurus.
It's one of those type of dinosaurs. I know she's talking about the long neck plant eaters, right?
Yes, because they're plant eaters, and Land Before Time just made them look so tender and soft and such amazing dinosaurs that I would choose that one.
Okay.
the soft, tender dinosaur. That's the answer we're gonna go with.
And we think it's awesome. You picked a dinosaur.
Yeah, the last one said the woolly mammoth. So you're already ahead of the game on that one, kiddo.
Oh my god.
Well, again, Nicole Mitchell, thank you so much for coming on to the show. Do you got anything else you would love to kind of whore out to the kids as far as Facebook page, Instagram page, anything you'd like to direct folks to?
Yes, please come follow me. I always engage with my comments with people who follow and message me. I just really value the community that I've built and would love to have you be part of it. You can find me at Facebook at Nikole with a K, S Mitchell, and on Instagram at Mitchell Nikole, MITCHELL NIKOLE. And from the two accounts, you'll find me anywhere. You can go to my website. It has all my accounts except for OnlyFans. We're working on that tonight, TJ and Jason. And if I could leave with a message for you all, it is you can absolutely trust yourself, and your desires are leading you to your destiny. And it is so, so worth it. So keep going.
Boom.
Boom.
Well, thank you
Boom.
again. That's better words cannot be said. How can we end this other than thank you?
Thank you. You're a really awesome person, Nikole. Thank you for sharing your story. And we wish you the best of luck. And we hope to hear back from you.
Thank you so much. I had a blast with you guys. You were awesome.
Definitely. We'd love to get you back on. Down the road here, we'd love to get you back on and hear some more tales.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll update you. That was so fun.
We'll want to know all the good stuff.
Yes, I'll save it for you guys.
And for all you guys out there, as always, let's go ahead here and we'll wrap up. This guy will come back with our third segment, a little Reddit fun with Jason. It's the Quad M Show, gang. Stay tuned.
In a city where corruption rules the streets, only one man can stop the serial killer known as the Blood Bandit. James Kurt, a former police officer turned private investigator, must race against the clock to stop the madman before he achieves his ultimate diabolical goal. When JK's brother Alex is thought killed in the line of duty and mysteriously returns with no memory of his past life, the stakes are raised even higher. Enigma, the comic book series from Quad M Productions, written and illustrated by TJ Damon, with colors and effects by Jason Vickers. Enigma. Order your copy at quadmproductions.com today.
You're listening to the Quad M Show. Segment 3.
And welcome back to the third and final segment of this here Quad M Show. And again, we're your hosts. I'm TJ.
Who thinks that so far this show has had the best music intros and stuff so far? Thank you, Eddie.
As much as I would love, as much as I would love to say next week's is going to be even better, I really don't want to see another fucking rock and roll god die. That's just me. But that's a great statement. And you know what else? Let's go ahead here. And the third segment, as always, is brought to you in part by DeeplyDapper.com. Our good buddy over there in Pocatello, one Mr. Christopher Neil McClanahan, with all of his goods and stuff. Now we all know that the store that he's putting the boards on the doors until the holiday season.
Right.
Trying to get all of his poop in a group and everything going there. But once he is ready and raring to go, you can get all that stuff we've talked about for the last 5 years, talking about the art prints, the books, the vinyl wrap metal flasks, the custom key hangers, the lights with plates, and of course the handmade soaps, all based on your favorite Nerd World properties. But until he puts that open sign back up on the storefront, you can still go in there and enjoy yourself some Robot Kraken podcast, some Midnight Screaming podcast. You got the links to all of his YouTube videos that he's doing now. Just because he doesn't have the store open doesn't mean he's not a busy cat. He's getting shit done, and you need to go check him out and just witness a brother working magic.
Indeed.
That's really all I can say. We're just working magic.
And cannot say it enough times, but Chris is one of the most talented artists I've ever met in my whole life.
Yeah, and even that's putting it lightly.
Yeah.
The guy's just fucking amazing. I'm glad we can call him one of our own true good friends, true buddies in this vast entertainment world.
Oozes creativity.
Oozes.
He oozes it, yeah. It's all over the place. Like he walks and it just like
Stepping in puddles of greatness.
Yeah.
Chris McClanahan, puddles of greatness.
Yeah, he's got
that
one
should
of
be
those-
his memoir.
Got one of those Roomba mops, just follows him around so he doesn't, cause a slipping hazard. It's all that creative juices. Right. Yeah. And don't forget tentacles.
What's that smell? That's me. That's greatness you're smelling, baby.
Don't slip in it.
Don't step in my greatness. That'll be the second memoir. Don't step in my greatness. Get on over there today, kids. DeeplyDapper.com. Once again, DeeplyDapper.com. Better living through tentacles.
Tentacles.
Indeedly do. Once again, I would love to thank the lovely and talented Nikole Mitchell for making the time and stopping on in.
Indeed.
I'll say
that was the funnest interview we've done.
Well, all things considered. No offense, Bugsy. But let's go ahead and get some more stuff going on in here. Let's gear up and get ready, because you know what it's time for?
I know what time it is.
It's time for a little bit of Reddit fun with Jason.
Reddit fun with Jason.
All right, good sir. What, pray tell, does the Hive Mind have in store for us today?
I got a good one, dude.
Okay.
Gonna stick with the theme that the show is kind of going with.
Oh, no.
Okay. Posted by, I think Galaxy was the username.
Okay.
Anyway, if Agent 007 was a woman, what kind of names would the Bond boys have?
I got one.
Okay.
Let's reenact the scene. I believe it was from Dr. No. When Sean Connery walked to the pool area, and there was this cute little Oriental woman in there, and he's like, "Why, hello there. What's your name?" And she says, "Chewie." And he says, "I must be dreaming." So let's go ahead. We've got female James Bond sauntering up to the pool. "Well, hello there. What's your name?" And the little Oriental gentleman in the pool says, "Hung low." "Oh, well, I must be dreaming."
You know what's great, dude? It took you just that long to dream up that little scenario.
I got another one. One.
Okay.
So instead of his arch nemesis, Pussy Galore,
Okay.
female 007 would have a vile Irish adversary by the name of Dick O'Plenty.
Let's move on to Reddit.
so those are my two, Hung Low and Dick O'Plenty.
And I give up. So we're moving on to Reddit.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go ahead.
Fendar says, Roger Moore.
Just Roger Moore.
It's Roger Moore.
Roger Moore.
Oh. SPWF says, Dick Vane.
Dick Vane.
The digital boy. You'll like this one, TJ. Dick Aplenty.
Oh, right there.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I don't think so. Winner, winner, sheen dinner.
That's yes.
Mr. Ivory says, Will Hung.
Well, it's kind of. I'm not going to give it, but that's kind of close.
It's close, but
It's totally different ethnicity.
Thomas S.W. Sweetback says,
What? Hold on. That's a fucking Bond name right there. Jesus Christ.
Thomas S. Sweetback says, Connor Lingus.
Connor Lingus.
Headbanger neck injury. Says, Lance Hardwood. Virginian Dreams. Wait, nope. Varangian Dreams says Peter O'Toole. LBD Show says Max Johnson. Wet Girl 2234 Randy Steele.
you really could just use any dude porn name in there. Yeah.
Right.
Buster Hyman.
We'll find some gems in here. This is a gem from Extension Intention 1. Magic Johnson. Oh, no. Feeling Butter says, Penis Goer. MGOV 999. What? Okay. Dong Sick Wong.
Dong Sick Wong.
Says, the MGOV 999. The rest of the comment for some diversity. And Wes, do you think that's too on the nose? This is my hairdresser's actual name.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, hooked on Phony Mouse. Mike Oxlong.
Yeah, Mike Oxlong. Yep.
Mike Oxlong.
Yep.
Yeah. And Star Jab's janitor must be his buddy coming in with Dixie Normus.
Dixie Normus.
Oh, wow, I must be dreaming.
and this one should be higher on the list. It really, really should.
Okay.
This comes from 1 Foot N. Biggest Dickus.
Biggest Dickus.
Oh, Dark Anthrax 88.
Okay.
Octo Dicky. Doesn't have to be weird. These Reddit names that are like sentences like that, all jammed together, just the same font, all jumbled into one word.
They trick you.
Doesn't have to be weird. It's always weird. Doesn't have to be weird. Hong Wong. Chinese rocket scientist. Dick Fitzwell, rival spy. Possible double agent. Hardy Rection. Childhood. Yeah. And Hardy Rection is a childhood friend who ends up being the villain because he's mad about the friend zone.
Well?
Yeah, well, okay, says Harry Ballsack. Oh, TV Girl, 48. BJ Moorhead.
For a dude?
Yeah. Jacket Man says Rex Kidneys.
Rex Kidneys.
Oh, no. And I fucked something up. Here's an Irish one for you.
Okay.
From Rare Saturn says Miles O'Toole.
Miles O'Toole.
Miles O'Toole.
Hello there, 007. I'm Miles O'Toole.
Here's a classic. We're going to end on this classic.
Okay.
TJ,
Okay. We're going to wrap this guy up here.
From Bad with History, which is, I think he's got history down good. Dixon Cider.
Leave it sitting out for 3 days. You can have some hard Dickin' cider. Sometimes they'll drink it in the bottle, but most women prefer Dickin' cider can.
Oh man, you probably do remember most of that, don't you?
Oh hell yeah! Well, we fucking that's probably one of the top 3 reasons we got kicked off the air back in the old days. Catholic college radio.
We got to bring back those stupid old ads, dude. The Dixon Cider ads.
See, because I ripped that off of an old fucking Bob and Tom bit.
Dude, that shit's so... It can't even be close to copyrighted or anything.
Oh, no. That joke's older than the fucking hills, but there's that shit. And
the ones we used to play on the air and stuff.
Well, we'll see that. Okay, let's go ahead here because I think the statute of limitations is clear on that. But no, guys, I fucking stole all those off of an audio CD from You Don't Know Jack.
That's right.
That's where he got them all from. You have to wait 75 years before the copyright clears on that.
Well, no, it's all good nowadays. If you can violate the copyright, it just means you don't make money.
Who's gonna know? You're not claiming it like it's your own. Thank you, Redditors. That was fun. That was a good one. I was a fan of that. Let's go ahead and go into some picks of the week for the week this week. Good sir, what do you have?
What do I have? I have a pick of the week, and it has to do with something we didn't even fucking talk about on the show.
Like this week or ever?
This week.
Okay.
Yeah. Some jerk off slugged Rick Moranis.
Yeah, that cocksucker.
Yeah. And Master Ken on YouTube made a video for Rick Moranis.
And Master Ken would be, for those not in the know,
Master Ken is the top-notch fucking YouTube martial arts teacher guy out there. He will teach you everything about everything. No, he's like a parody. It's fucking awesome.
That's all I need to know. Okay, let's go ahead and see this. Let's go ahead and see this.
As you no doubt have heard by now, the world's most famous American recently found himself in danger. I'm speaking, of course, about film actor Rick Moranis, who was the victim of an unprovoked attack on the streets of New York City. Now, I tried calling his agent, but they must have a bad connection or something because the call dropped like 25 times in a row. That's never happened to me. Just every time I called, oh, it's Master Ken again, boom, call dropped. It was weird. But I'm going to rely on all of you out there on the internets to get this video message to Mr. Moranis because I believe I have crafted the perfect self-defense lesson utilizing themes from his most iconic films. Helping me today with this demonstration is Nasty Nate Harris from Dark Haven Studios.
Hello.
They teach that 10th planet bullshit.
Think that's uncalled for? Just said I was here to help you.
Anyway, let's go ahead and go through our scenario. So the first thing we need to work on is our situational awareness, okay? You want to anticipate lethal attacks every second of every day. You can't be drinking that strange brew.
I see what you did there.
Alcohol numbs the senses, it delays your reaction time, so if you want to stay sharp, you got to stay off the sauce. Number 2, you want to pick a defensive posture that will keep you safe. Sucking the gut in, chest out, chin down, arms close to the body. You could even put one hand across your ribs and the other hand up here to protect your face. You want to think of yourself as the gatekeeper and the attacker is the keymaster. No matter what, you don't want him sticking his key in your gate. Number 3 is we have to utilize as many weapons as we have once we are actually attacked. Let's say Nate throws a right-handed punch, blocking. Now, I'm going to utilize a variety of weapons. Elbow, hammer fist, chop. I could use the other hand to do a tiger claw. I like to think of all of these weapons as my little shop of horrors.
Oh, Jesus.
That's why I'm going to finish this sequence by attacking the groin. I'm going to crush his Audrey 2s with a little move I like to call the penis fly trap. Feed me! While he's stunned from the pain, I'm going to grab my special ring, do a takedown that I call the sweep of the Schwartz. Now that he's on the ground, I'm going to stomp his brains out, sending him to my blue heaven. And then, as always, re-stomp those space balls. Execute that technique properly, and the next violent attacker you encounter will have to go home to his wife and say, "Honey, he shrunk my nads." I'm Master Ken. That was another Secret Street Fighting tip.
Oh boy. Is this what it feels like being on your side when I'm doing segues? Is it just so I know kind of what, you know? How does the other half feel?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes.
Well, I'm not stopping anytime soon. Okay, so I will go ahead and give you my pick of the week for the week this week. There is a gal, YouTuber, going by the name of, and no cheating, I don't want you looking this up while I'm talking. There is a YouTuber out there by the name of Samara Ginsburg. Okay. Samara Ginsburg. And she does cover songs with 8 different cello parts.
Oh, I think I might have heard about this or something.
So if you see her videos on YouTube, basically it looks like a Zoom phone conference.
Okay.
And each one is her playing the cello.
Okay.
But it's different songs, different covers, that type of thing.
Right. I think I may have seen a video clip. I'm pretty sure I may have seen a video clip.
So we could do a quick little impromptu name that tune if you'd like.
Game.
Let's see if she's as good as she is.
Okay.
Shall we? Okay.
We'll
go
or as bad as I am. We'll find out. Hey.
You should get these. These are going to be pretty. These should be well within your wheelhouse.
I'm going to surprise you.
So we'll surprise or disappoint.
Yeah.
Yes.
Either way, you're going to be surprised.
We'll go through like 4 or 5 of these.
Surprise appointment.
Because this guy's pretty cool. All right. So let's go ahead here and we will hit the first one here.
Okay. Gotta turn it up, dude. It's one of my favorites.
Go ahead and name that tune real quick.
It's Night Rider theme.
There you go. And yeah, it's all.
Yep, I have seen a clip or something of this. Yep.
And you can tell she's got the original whatever song she's playing. You can tell she's got it because she's got her earphones on, so she's able to keep the appropriate time, and all that. But yeah, it's just basically just 8 different shots of her playing the 8 different parts, and it's really fucking cool to watch it in action.
That's some good editing too.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so that was the
theme. That's pretty fucking good.
The theme to Night Rider.
Okay.
And let's go ahead here and number 2. We'll do video number 2 here.
Do it. Bring it Fuck yeah, Inspector Gadget. Duh.
Well, see, you're not disappointing me so far. You're 2 for 2. And let's see. Okay,
Inspector Gadget was a great show.
That was sort of getting to be my downward. Like the newer cartoons that were coming out. That was kind of the era where it was just not quite there with me anymore. Like Inspector Gadget and Heathcliff and all that type of stuff. Yeah,
I still had a younger sister. And like I said, we didn't have cable, so we only had one TV.
Yeah.
So
you get what you get. You don't throw a fit.
Yeah. Yep. So she liked Inspector Gadget, and I actually grew to enjoy the show too because it was a well-made. It was a really good, well-made show.
Oh yeah.
And then once I realized, and then sometimes it was actually good. So
yeah. Here's another one for you. Is this one stumping you?
little bit, yeah. I'm saying Batman.
You're kind of in the right ballpark. Same network.
Is Transformers on cello?
No.
Yeah, this is, I don't know. I don't
X-Men, the animated series.
Oh, okay. See? Now I hear it. That one threw me off, yeah.
Let's see here. Okay.
Hold on, dude. That one's actually played like that. It sounded like a piece of classical music. And it sounded like something that should have been written as classic. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, yeah.
And that guy threw me off. I was like, I don't know.
No, these are not, well, they're classics, yes, but not classical.
No, I understand, dude. I'm just...
God, there's just a great list. It's really hard to pick out what ones I want to play. I do want to do this one. I haven't actually heard it, but this was one of my favorite shows of the 80s.
Okay.
There's your hint.
Great.
It's like you got it, but you don't got it.
It's the show with Ziggy and Sam.
No,
No.
it is not Quantum Leap.
Oh, no.
Do you want a hint?
I recognize it, but it's on the tip of my tongue.
Do you want a hint?
Sure.
Jan Michael Vincent. And Ernest Borgnine.
It's Airwolf.
There you go.
Oh, shit. Airwolf.
That's
God
Airwolf.
damn it.
Let's see.
Truth be told, I didn't get to watch a lot of Airwolf.
That was pretty much Saturday viewing. I did, and here again with one TV in the house. Them's your options. You're watching whatever the
Blue
older
Thunder
cousin.
was my Airwolf.
Blue Thunder, yes. Yeah, I dug on Blue Thunder.
Jaws
ABC.
guy in the helicopter.
Mm-hmm. Old Roy Scheider, when he's not out hunting sharks, he's kicking ass in a blue helicopter. Okay. God, there's so many of these that are just so good, but it's third segment when it gets.
Wow, these are throwing me off. Well, that's throwing me off, too. See, this one's the same Batman animated series, too.
No. No. A little bit earlier.
I'm not recognizing
I can't really give a hint or else I'll end up giving it totally away.
I don't recognize it.
Thundercats.
Jesus Christ. Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is a good game, dude. This is throwing me off, man. I like it.
You like this one? You want some more? You want some more?
Let's keep going. I want to...
Fuck it, it's a podcast. We go as long as we fucking want. Yeah. All right, if you don't get this one, I'll be sorely disappointed.
Throw an easy one.
Here we go. I'll give you an easy one. Let it play out. Let it breathe. Here's a hint. It's not Batman the Animated Series.
How long are we supposed to let Jurassic Park?
Oh, you go. Yeah, okay, there we go. There you go. How long do we gotta let Jurassic Park breathe until I can say Jurassic Park?
There's this version on the internet.
The kazoo? Or no, it's a melodica.
Something, yeah, but it's just done awful.
Yeah, it's gee, I love it. when I want to get cheap laughs from like if I'm hitting on a nerdy chick, that's how I get laughs. and get some draws. Shitty melodic. Nerds of the world, listen up. I'm like Billy D. Williams. Shitty melodic in Jurassic Park works every time. But know your audience. That's the key. Know your audience. Oh, let's see here. Ooh, I don't know if you would know that one or not. Okay. I think you should know this one, but I won't fault you if you don't.
Okay, bring it on. I know this. Jump for my love. What?
No, it's not Jump for My Love.
What is it?
We're the Chipmunks. Calvin, Simon.
See, I hated the Chipmunks so much, dude. So much. That's when I got my BB gun or whatever and went outside.
Okay. Like I said, I figured you
even I had a little
yeah.
bit of a limit, you know.
you gotta call it at some point.
Yeah.
All right. Two more, and then we'll call it. Two more, and we'll call it here. This one you should know. This one you should definitely know.
Dude, this is throwing me off. I think I recognize it, but I don't know.
Here in Duckburn, lanes, cars, lasers, airplanes.
Oh, I never watched DuckTales.
Okay, well, there you go. That's DuckTales. There you go. There was your hint. There's your hint. Woo! All right, now this one, dude, honestly, I'm fucking taking away your goddamn any legitimacy you have as a human being if you do not know this one.
All right.
Okay? You get the easy of the easy.
Okay. I just want to hear her play it.
And really to put the prize on the cherry on that Sunday. she's playing this in 8 pieces, and all 8 pieces have Darth Vader masks.
That's awesome.
Darth Vader mask
For the
outstanding. Yeah.
I want to see. I love
it. So there you go. Samara Ginsburg. This is gal.
Samara Ginsburg.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Check out the playlist on it. This gal is like 50 levels of talented. It's definitely worth it. Go check it out. Relive some nerd world history.
It's got to be more than 50. There's a lot of talent there.
There's a lot. How much talent is there? There's miles of talent.
Miles of talent.
All right. Well, let's go ahead here then as we begin to wind her down and wrap it up. Good sir, do you have anything left to pimp, promote, propagate, and or pander?
You know what? Sure. There's a show that was on one of the sci-fi channels or whatever a long time ago. It was called Eureka. It went on for like 3 seasons. Don't ask me who the fucking actors are. I don't know. I don't know. But the main actor, he's like the Maytag guy now. But anyway, it's like a sci-fi show about this town full of geniuses that keep fucking shit up. basically. And
Okay.
the redneck sheriff he's a U.S. Marshal. Has to come in and like complete opposite of a geek. He's the football throwing guy, whatever, you know. Okay, so he's got to come into the town full of the geeks, the nerds, the smart guys, the Nobel Prize winners, all that shit, and help them fix their problems when they fuck up their shit. Basically, yeah. At its time, it wasn't really like well received, but over time, it's become one of the better shows I've ever seen, and I keep going back and watching it.
Where's it on?
It was on one of the sci-fi channels, those type of deals.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. And it's called Eureka.
Eureka.
Yes.
Eureka. Ask for it by name.
It's what I've been watching when I've been like for instance, today when I was making the ad for the thing.
For the thing. That little interview that we just did.
Right. Whatever. I like my ad.
I like it. I like it lots.
I like the dinosaur in the window.
Well, of course, the last minute pimp and pandering and all that type of stuff. Definitely, if you guys get the chance, go check her out. Look her up, Nikole Mitchell with a K, Nikole with a K. You can find her out on the Facebook. You can find her on the Instagram, and definitely find her on the Instagram. As well as her website, NikoleMitchell.com. And again, thank you, Nikole, so much for stopping by and sharing some time with us. Beyond that, good sir, anything left to pimp, promote, propagate, or pander?
Pepsi Cola, because it makes me burp.
And we'll wrap it up for this week's episode of the Quad M Show. As always, gang, whatever podcast catching app you're listening to us on, make sure to rate, subscribe, and review. Those things are so important to us. Also, too, make sure to follow us in the social media with the Book of Face, the Twitter, as well as
Instagram.
There we go. Until next time, this is TJ.
And Jason.
And we will see you all later, gang. Take care.
You've been listening to the Quad M Show. Copyright 2020. Quad M Productions. If you have any comments, questions, queries, quibbles, or concerns, email us at quadmcomics@gmail.com or find us on Twitter at quadmcomics.
Was there any questions on your part? Anything you want us to edit out?
No, the only regret is the answer to Ice Ice Baby or Under Pressure. Change it. Under Pressure.
Oh, guess what?
You have to hear why. Because of my sheltered upbringing, I wasn't allowed to listen to secular music, aka music, but we called it secular because if it wasn't a hymn, it was secular. And so I grew up. I grew up in childhood